Hello?
Yeah, it was good.
What's up, what's up? Just give me one
You hear
second.
me?
Just making sure this audio is
Okay, okay.
good. I think it's good. Okay, I gotta test it one more time. Alright, great. So give me one second.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll get right into it, my friend. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Go ahead and share your screen.
hmm
Okay.
Okay, so just real quick, I
Yep.
couldn't play on my main right now, but my main is like the same MMR as this. I'm Diamond 1 right now, but I'm playing with
Okay. Oh, you got banned or
like a
something?
lot of diamonds.
Okay. Fine.
No, a friend of mine is playing on it right now, but for like a next session, I can play on it.
Sure, sure. No worries. Fully understand.
Yeah.
Wait, what's going on here? Oh, can you just share, not the screen, but the application?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cause is it me or I'm hearing like
No, no, no.
myself echo. Am I?
Yeah, my
Yeah,
bad, my bad.
yeah. No, you're good. You're good.
Wait one sec.
Yeah, you gotta end it.
It doesn't show me just Valorant.
Yeah, yeah. Where it says just Valorant, just pick Valorant instead of the
No,
entire
no,
screen.
it doesn't. It doesn't show me just Valorant. Maybe, maybe it's this one with Keycheck. Is it streaming?
Hmm, not yet.
It doesn't let me.
Interesting. You can
I,
only
I
do the
only
screen.
see I only see like Discord, Spotify, and like my clip system.
You should see applications. Do you see applications?
No, I only see like Microsoft Edge tab, then window, and then entire screen.
Interesting. Okay. Like Okay. Okay. Well, try to share screen. I'm not sure why there's echo. Cause I'm here.
I could just put out the like the share system, but do you want to hear like
I I,
uh
I just
the
don't want
other
to hear.
people in game?
No, no, like I just don't want to hear myself because the VOD is gonna have me repeating myself, right? Like
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
an echo, so we'll
Okay, I
just
can
try.
do it like this, but then you won't hear anything like in game.
Like no comms. Are you on a
Not just for
laptop?
me, but no, no, no. I'm on a PC. I don't know why it doesn't show it.
That's so strange.
Yeah,
Uh,
like I know what you
go to
mean, but
yeah, yeah.
it doesn't.
It should be there. That's
Yeah,
weird.
that's what I'm saying. It's
Oh,
really weird.
hold on. Let's figure this out before we start.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll do it together. Hold on. Discord stream doesn't show Valorant app, Valorant window.
I don't know what this is, but
Change Valorant. Oh, go to Valorant and go to windowed full screen.
oh,
Are you
okay,
on windowed? Yeah, you're on. Okay, yeah. Yep. Okay, and then go to Discord. Yep, perfect.
should be there.
Got it. Okay, quick fix. All right,
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
So we're just gonna talk
Does it have the
briefly.
sound?
No, yeah. So go back to like the regular sound or whatever, so I can hear
Yeah.
everything, and then we'll see if
Yep.
it's working. You change it.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, it
Okay, let
should
me
be on.
talk. Hello, hello. Yep, I don't hear any echo. Should be fine.
Good, good, good.
Let me just check the stream real quick that the audio is good too.
Yep.
All right, so it looks pretty okay. I have to probably check one more time when you're in game. But okay,
Mhm.
so we're gonna talk real quick before we start. Okay, just a couple questions.
Mhm.
So obviously, I actually don't remember where you were from. Were you from the streams
I'm from
or
the
TikTok and Instagram?
from TikTok.
TikTok, cool, cool, great, all good. So obviously we haven't really talked before, right?
Mhm.
And
Yeah, yeah.
so um, I really don't know anything too much about you, and so
Mhm.
try to be as specific and detailed as you can be. But in terms of Valorant, how much time are you spending in it?
Uh,
Daily,
I think like
weekly?
I think like 20 hours weekly,
20
maybe
hours.
close to
Okay,
30
20 hours.
recently.
And then how
I
many
started playing
days?
this game like days,
Yeah, yeah, a
like
week. What you say?
I think like 4 or maybe 5.
Okay, so you're playing about 4 hours a day. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Around there,
yeah.
4 or 5 hours. So it ranges four to
Mm-hmm.
six hours.
More on the Fridays and Saturdays.
Yep, yep, gotcha. So like more weekend, later in the week, not
Yeah,
maybe like Monday, Tuesday. Oh, okay, okay, all good, all good. How old are you?
I'm 19.
19. You're young. Okay, I got 10 years on you. All right.
Oh shit.
20, 30 hours, 4 or 5 days uh, um, a week. Okay, cool, cool. That's fine. I think that's enough information. So the next question, okay,
Mhm.
again, try to be as specific and detailed as you can be, and try to lay it all down because this is really important that you tell me everything,
Yep.
so I can get an accurate assessment. But in terms of Valorant, okay, what are the things you're kind of like struggling with, the walls you're hitting, weaknesses, things you want to improve on, stuff like that.
Probably probably my movement and positioning, I think. I think that's what I'm like struggling with.
Movement and positioning.
Yeah. I
Okay.
think that's most of the time what happens. And I think a little bit of like raw aim sometimes. I
Mm-hmm.
think my crosshair placement's pretty decent, but like I feel like my raw aim could be like very off sometimes.
Yep. Okay. Oh yeah. But fuck, this is the first thing I was supposed to do. I fucked up. But what is your current rank? So you're Diamond 1, right?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
diamond one.
Current rank. 1 second. Diamond 1. Okay. Peak rank is
Diamond three, last act.
Diamond 3. Okay, and then the roles you play. Sorry, that's the first thing I usually ask. I'm out of it.
Duelist and initiator.
Duelist initiator. Okay.
Like very rarely I feel like Sentinel or like Smoker, but barely.
Okay. Duelist initiator. Diamond 1
Yep.
currently. Peak is Diamond 3.
Three.
Rolls Duelist
Mhm.
initiator. Correct? Okay, great.
Yep.
So we'll continue. Sorry, that's my bad. But so movement positioning you're struggling with. What were you saying about aim? You said your active aim is
Yeah, like
bad?
my raw aim. Yeah, active aim.
Your
Yeah.
act so you're talking about like flicking,
For
tracking,
example.
micro
Yeah.
adjusting is bad, or your holding and crosshair placement is bad, or
No, I
all of
think
them.
my crosshair placement's fine.
Okay.
No, I think it's just purely active aim.
Okay, so your active aim is a little bit struggling. And
Yeah.
which way though? Try to be a little bit more specific. Because it's
Uh,
pretty broad when you say my active aim is
yeah,
like
it's
short,
true.
like what, like
I
right?
feel
So,
like when you like push a site, you know,
yep.
and you're like clearing everything and stuff,
Mhm.
you're like putting your crosshair everywhere, of course.
Mhm.
And if someone's like in a different position, like let's say you're on bind, you push hook off or whatever,
Right.
there's someone backside and
Mhm.
you're peeking garden first and then backside's peeking you,
Okay.
then like the moment to like switch to backside is like either too long or just like not accurate enough.
Gotcha. So there's some like inaccuracies. You're struggling
Yeah,
with
yeah,
like precision.
yeah.
Um. Yeah. So.
And
Uh,
sometimes I tend to like when I shoot a few times,
yeah.
I just like very sometimes I just keep spraying. Like I don't know why, but
Mm-hmm,
just
mm-hmm.
does that
So you,
sometimes.
you also have trouble with shooting mechanics. So like, one tapping, two shot
Sometimes,
burst,
yeah.
five shot burst, spraying, spray control, spray transfer, right? That's pretty much everything that you
Like
need
the
to.
spray control's fine, but
Yeah, but I'm
like
talking about the
sometimes you
whole
like have spray too
package.
much.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Like you don't know how to one tap in scenarios, two shot burst, five, because you need to know when to use those, right? You can't
yeah.
always one tap. You can't always spray. You can't always two
Exactly.
shot burst. And that's what I consider the
What's
shooting
a
attack.
two shopper? What's that?
Two shot bursts. So you know how you can one tap it, you can click your mouse and shoot
Oh,
one
oh,
bullet.
that's what you mean.
You
Yeah,
can
yeah, yeah.
you can hold it long enough. Like it's like a timing thing where you can shoot two
Yeah,
bullets instead of one.
I know what you mean.
So that's why it's usually one tap, two shot burst, five shot burst, and then spraying. That's pretty much all you really
Oh,
need to
okay,
understand with shooting, uh, even at the highest level. That's really what all they do.
okay.
It's just they mastered it where it looks crazy, right? So
Hmm.
okay, so you also would over flick, under flick, you would say, like you're saying,
Yeah.
and and from what your example you told me as well, it seems like you have trouble with like understanding where people like to play. Is that
No,
fair?
I don't think
Or,
so, but
okay, like
like,
like
yeah,
okay, so okay, cool. So um, it's just more the active aim that you're struggling with.
yeah.
But like your pre-firing, pre-aiming is decent. Like pre-aiming is okay with knowing what
Yeah, yeah,
angles
yeah.
are.
That's
Okay.
that's fine.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fine. Okay, cool. So, yeah, I mean, what else? So we got movement, positioning, active aim,
Hmm.
yeah, and shooting mechanics. What
Uh,
else would you say
what
is like
else?
is like
What else do we have?
struggling with, needs to work on? Like, why did you
Very
come to me?
sometimes,
Yeah.
like when I get like when you get like a 3K, you want to go for the ace, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you like overheat a little.
Yeah.
That's maybe
So
something.
lack of
I try
discipline.
to back off sometimes, but
Yeah.
yeah.
You lack discipline, my friend. Knowing it's a
Hmm.
bad thing to do, but you still do it. So
Yeah.
you got to be, this.
Sometimes it's better though. It's
No.
better than it was.
Yeah,
But
and I'm not judging you, right? Like 90% of my students do that. I've been there too
yeah.
myself. But um, you gotta always keep in mind the win condition when you play. Like just
Exactly.
the clips don't matter. Winning rounds matter, and
Hmm.
a lot of people get caught up in the clips and trying to get kills, kills, kills. But that will actually, end up kind of shooting you in the foot where you
Yeah.
overheat. It's like a 4v2. You overheat. Now it's a 3v2. They get one. Now it's 2v2, and they use that momentum. There's momentum in this game, right? I'm sure you
Exactly.
felt it too, where you guys are
Yeah.
winning, and they
Yeah.
just they just start picking one guy off, and they start snowballing. So, that's really important to kind of understand and focus on that. You shouldn't be kill hungry. So it's a little mental there too,
Hmm.
with wanting to look cool and stuff like that. Lack of
And I
discipline.
feel like I would only do that on a duelist role, though I wouldn't do that
Sure.
when I play like Sova or whatever.
Right, right. Yeah, and that's more understandable, right? That's more valid, right? Because, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
uh, your kid is to kill, but still, you need to have that kind of part in you as a duelist to knowing what is the best play at all times. That's the key word.
Hmm.
Not just the best play, but all times, right? So that way,
Yeah.
you have individual edge in the long term over 10,000 rounds, 10,000 games where out of those 10,000 rounds, you've made very good decisions, solid discipline, consistently good decisions, optimal decisions, where maybe out of the 10,000, you win 7,000 rounds because you're disciplined. You don't throw, you don't grief,
Hmm.
right? But let's say,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying you do or don't, but let's say there's a person that tends to just overheat all the time, like he's only going to win 2,000 of those rounds or 3,000 out of of those rounds out of 10,000, which is the minority. Like less than 5,000 is less than 50%, right? So
Hmm.
we always want to be in the majority percentage of in terms of edge, so that way you're always winning, right? And
Yep.
this is where a lot of people struggle, because they think it doesn't matter. Oh, my individual action doesn't matter. If I just run it down and die, it's not my fault if they lose the round, but it's 100% that person's fault. Because that's where
Yep.
it starts, right? So that's something you need to
That's
kind
where
of
they get the confidence.
yeah, and confidence too. But that's fine. So what about your mental?
It used to be pretty bad, but
Okay,
I focused and it just I think it's good. I don't think I
you don't
like
tilt.
rage easily or whatever.
Do you
No, I don't really
tilt?
tilt.
Okay. Do you ego people, talk shit? Do you get upset and
Not
angry?
really.
Okay. Okay.
There's no point.
Yep, yep. Totally understand. That's good then. So, and I just want to say something real quick is where it's like the students get here and I ask them what's wrong, and
Hmm.
like 80-70% of students always talk about their mental. They're like, "Oh, I have no confidence. I don't know, kind like I'm always
Yeah.
making bad plays. I tilt, I ego." So you're already off to a good start if you feel that way. And I'm
Hmm.
hoping, and I probably I'm gonna assume you're correct because of the way you're saying it, but that you are being honest with me, because a lot of people
Yep.
come first session and they're gonna show their best selves, right, and kind of hide who they are.
Yeah, there's no point.
Yeah, and honesty is the best thing, because if you're honest with me, I can assess you properly. If you lie, it's like I'm gonna give you information but it's not
That's
relatable.
not relevant.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
relevant, and yeah, it's happened.
Hmm.
It's rare. It's rare. Like 2 out of 10 times, but it's just like, bro, like just be honest with me. I'm not gonna judge you or anything like
True.
that or make you look stupid. Like just trying to help you fix it. So yeah, so you're off to a good start with
Exactly.
that, and understand that mental in this game is everything. Literally
Mm-hmm.
everything in this game.
Everything.
Obviously there's mechanical parts to this game, but even with the mechanical parts, there's a mental aspect. If you're 10 out of 10 aim, but your mental is not confident, scared, you're not going to be able
Yeah.
to kill people, right? You need confidence, you need to feel good, you got to feel like you're fucking just shitting on these guys, right? And so always understand that
Exactly.
it's how you feel in this game, right? So yeah,
It's like when
yeah, go ahead.
I was like I wouldn't say stuck, but I was in gold for like 250 to 300 hours or something,
Okay.
and then something just switched, and you just feel like there's no point getting
Yeah.
fucking mad over this shit.
Right, right.
So that's when I just started ranking up. I
Yeah.
went through plat
Good.
like pretty quickly.
I'm glad. I'm glad. And that just shows you, yeah, in your
Yeah.
subjectiveness, it worked, but objectively, for anybody, if they just fix their mental, like they
Yeah.
just win, right? Because
Mm,
think about traditional sports sense where, they're losing. They're not gonna just give up like your favorite soccer player,
exactly.
or it's like 3-0. They're not just gonna give. They're gonna keep going even if they lose. And you gotta always have that
Hmm.
type of mental. And I'm glad that you've experienced that because it shows that how important it is, right? So
Yeah.
hopefully you can use that moving forward to really you know
Hope so.
hit your goals, and that's what's really important. Okay, anything else? Lay it all
No,
down.
I
This is
think
the
that was
time.
about it.
Okay, so you really have problems with your
What are like
yeah.
common things you see? So then it might just like get a reminder or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and I'll take a look. I just want to see if you can understand yourself. That's why I asked this
Okay,
question
okay.
because a lot of
Yeah.
students don't. Some students go, I don't know. I'm like, bro, like, can you not even assess yourself? Like, know what your weaknesses and strength? So you see how silly that is, right? So, but I'm glad
Hmm.
you can understand some stuff. But and I'll take a look, what is important to getting to high level. But yeah, so, what about your decision making? Is it
Mm,
sharp?
yeah, I think so.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
no worries. Just asking. What about game sense?
I feel
You
like
f-
that's there.
do you f-
If
do you,
like
do you struggle
if
at
like the team
identifying?
comps a little,
Yeah.
no, no, no. If like the team comps a little, then it's like very easy. But if no one comps, it's still there. But like
Mm,
I need a little responsiveness to like IGL
mm.
a little.
Yep, yep. Are you an
But like
IGL?
most, I try to sometimes.
But would you
Just
consider
I wouldn't.
yourself an IGL? There's a
Mm,
difference there.
I don't make plans, but like I
Okay.
tell people what's happening basically,
Like
like
feeding
where
info.
they are, where they could
Yeah,
be,
guys,
and stuff like
default.
that.
Guys, it's a fake. Don't
Yeah, or
rotate. Shit like that.
could be rapping or something. Yeah,
Okay,
that
yeah,
kind of
okay,
shit.
okay, cool. Yeah, so you're aware, it seems like. Yeah, I'll take a look at that as
Hmm.
well. All right, okay, I think that's enough information for now.
Yep.
Obviously the aim stuff is really important, even though game sense
Yeah.
is way more important. But we'll work. Don't focus on the aim stuff. Like when we're in the custom, we're not gonna focus. Like I'll break down your aim and stuff, but I will really show you how to get really really elite aim at the end. We'll talk about it, your training schedule, or like how you train, and then fix certain things or add some stuff, and I'll give you resources at the end with like playlists, vods of me showing range routines and stuff like that. Okay, so don't worry about that too much.
Yeah.
But I will also break down in the custom when there's some bad parts. So that's that. Okay, so the last question, be as specific and detailed as you can be. Okay. Um,
Hmm.
in terms of Valorant, okay, what are your goals? What is it you want? The
I
big
want to
dream.
reach Emo this year.
Okay, immortal what? One?
Just one. That's fine. Just this year,
Okay, how long have you been playing for?
since January.
So this year. Holy shit, you're new
Yeah.
as fuck. Okay.
Hmm.
You missed a lot. Okay, You
I know. I
okay, so
wish I started earlier.
so since January, what is that? That's
V20.
V25 first act, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
holy
started at
fuck.
the end of the. I started at the end of episode 9, Act 3.
Okay, okay, that's when I came back. I'm not even joking. November, right? Around November. Yeah, that's when I
Yeah,
came back.
November, December,
And
something.
before that, I was away for 2 years from episode 6. But okay, you're a pretty new player, and with that
Hmm.
being said, is this your first tactical or no?
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
I mean,
I've only
you're all.
played like FIFA, Fortnite,
I
and
mean, you're
stuff
off to a
before
good
that.
start. It's been less than a year, and you're already Diamond 3, which was Ascendant 1, pretty much. Same shit, same elo, same skill. So
True.
it's good. And don't let me like say this to like blow smoke up your ass. Don't build an ego off that. But what
Yeah.
I'm saying is that You've made good progress by yourself, right? So hopefully
Hmm.
today I'll give you a lot of information, good knowledge that I know, all my knowledge to push you in the right direction
Hmm.
to hit your goal. But um, your big dream is immortal. What's your timeline? When do you want to hit that by?
Like November, December, just in a year, you know.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna be really honest with you. I think you can do it way quicker. Okay,
You think?
yeah, I think you can get to Immortal in like a month if you really lock the fuck in. You're already Diamond 3. It goes Ascendant 1, Ascendant 2, Ascendant.
Diamond one right now though. Diamond one
Okay,
right now.
sure, but the peak is Diamond 3, right? So like
Yeah,
the
yeah. But
skill,
99 RR by the way. I was 1 RR away from
sure,
Ascendant.
and that good. It's like you're like that. It's just to me that's the same elo. Like
Yeah,
Ascendant
yeah.
1 to Diamond 1 is the same. So it's all about just focus on the right things to help you win, and you'll climb really
Hmm.
quickly, which you already did by yourself, right? Through the mental work
Yep.
that you did. So um, I'm gonna be honest, like you probably can hit that shit probably by November for sure. Um,
Yeah,
so
hopefully.
not a big deal. But okay, I just was just curious. So um, and also, what is the bigger dream though? That's it. You just like you don't want to go pro.
I would, but I don't know if I can. You know, that's the thing.
Shh.
I need to see that I can like I don't really practice that much.
Yep.
Most of the time I just queue, but I
Right.
want to
Right.
see like if I lock in, you know, do the training,
Yep.
get immortal and stuff, then I would like see if that goal's realistic, you know.
Yeah. And um, a lot of students struggle with this question. I'll ask them, "What are your goals? What are your big dreams?" Like they say the same thing. They're like Diamond 3, Ascendant 2, and they're like, "I want to be Immortal 1." And I'm like, "That's a small goal." Okay? And I'll say the
Hmm.
same thing with
It
you.
is.
That's a
Yeah, it is a
small
small goal.
goal. I want the big, big goal. The end
You want to be
goal.
radiant, though.
I'll, but
I
I'll,
mean, the end is
but
just
you,
play
you,
champs, obviously.
but,
Yeah,
so do you have desire of being pro?
being on the stage would be like
Okay.
crazy.
And what I'll
Yeah.
say with that is, and you're young, so you have that opportunity. Those that are like 22, 23, and they're still Immortal 1, like they have no shot. You got to be like 21 and a Radiant. So you got 2 years to get there. And that's my timeline usually when
Hmm.
somebody starts playing or it makes that decision to go pro. It needs to be within 2 years. Like it cannot be longer
Yeah.
than that, because you're gonna lose timing, right? People get older, new people come, games getting
Hmm.
harder. So that's that. But what I want to say with that is that if you have this burning desire to compete, to be on stage, to be somebody, okay, you got to make that decision now.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm serious. With me, okay, or by yourself tomorrow, what you need to make that commitment in your mind, speak it today if you want to. Why?
Yeah.
Is because if you keep saying, I don't know, wait, it's in the back of my mind. I kind of want it, but like I don't want to commit. What do you think's gonna happen? You're not
Nothing.
right. You're not gonna take the right actions towards that goal. And that's why I said, give me the big dream. I don't care if it sounds retarded, delusional, it sounds silly, you feel like you're not good enough. You need to make it starts there. That's where it
Hmm.
starts, starting with what you want in the end, and then you use the small goals, like you mentioned, on the way there, right? I want to go pro. Okay, then I want to be immortal by November. By December, I want to be immortal 2. By January, immortal 3. Radiant, I'm going to take maybe 5 months to get there because it's going to be a long process. You're not going to get it overnight.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
takes it's a big fucking time consumption and grind. And so,
Hmm.
but the most important thing is that you make that decision now. Okay,
Yeah.
and you can change this however you like, but I would like you to at least decide with me. If you cannot, different story, but I'm sure you can. You're a human. So,
Hmm.
do you want to go pro?
I do.
Okay, great. You do want to go pro. So, you saying I do is now a commitment. Okay. And
Hmm.
again, remember, it's not set in stone. Like I'm forcing this on you forever, right? You
No,
can
no.
change this, but if this is something you really want to do, it's really important that you say that, right? Because I'm sure up to this
Hmm.
point you never said, "I'm gonna go pro" in your mind. Think about it. Dream
Yeah.
of yourself on the stage, competing, etc., right? And so
Hmm.
it's like planting a seed in our head. Okay, so And then we'll talk. There'll be another follow-up question at the end of the session. But great. So you want to go pro. Understand the journey is going to be long, super hard. Okay, it's going to be a lot more bad days than good days. Okay, but as long as you focus on everything that is important at a high level, think like a high level, understand decision making, communication, positioning, movement, okay, and also solution finding, adjusting, okay, and these four things I just told you is pro level information. I interviewed a
Mm-hmm.
tier two former pro, Daniel Leonard Halim, Radiant. He's now a full time Radiant coach, okay, and I asked him in the podcast, my first episode, I said, "Yo, what separates tier one to tier two to Immortal three, tier two to Radiant, Radiant to Immortal three, Immortal three to Immortal one, etc., etc., etc." I didn't put it like that, but I said,
Mm-hmm.
what separates them at the highest level? He says, decision making. That's thinking fast, processing information to think fast. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
communication. This needs to be elite. Okay, also your positioning is very important, and then also solution finding, adjusting, reading the enemies. Okay, so if you always remember these and improve these four things, the sky's the limit. Okay, and so that's that. Okay, great. So I think we've had a pretty good talk. We've
Yep,
kind of
I agree.
talked about everything that's quite important to me, and that needs to be important to you too. And I'll assess everything in the custom. But go ahead and queue. We will be playing one game. Okay. Usually with the first time students, I don't talk to them because I don't want to like help them while they play, and then I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
I can't really gauge how they are. So I want to like 100% who you are. So just play normally. Don't be nervous at all. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna be like talking shit about you or anything like that. So just play your game. Just
Mm-hmm.
pretend I'm not even here. And then I'll be writing
Okay.
notes in five categories, which is aim, comms, utility usage, movement slash positioning, and game sense slash mental game, and then we will get in a custom game and break it down. And that part usually takes longer, so just be prepared
Okay.
for a little bit of a grind. And I know it's
That's
late
fine.
for you too, so I'll try to like not be too
Yeah, it's like
like
10 p.m.
yeah.
here
I
now.
will try not my best not to be like too crazily well, not detailed, but like just sometimes we take like one note. Like I'll take 20
Mm-hmm.
minutes breaking it down because he
Nah,
doesn't
that's fine, bro.
he won't
No
like
worries.
he won't like the student won't understand. There's questions, there's like
Yeah,
thoughts,
yeah.
there's like things being bounced around. He's questioning my logic, stuff like that. So sometimes
Mm-hmm.
certain notes will take a really long time.
Yeah, that's fine. I got time.
Okay, great. Just want to make sure that I'm not like holding you up or like you gotta wake up early or something.
Nah, I'm free tomorrow.
Okay, great. So let me just get my notes out here. I just want to make sure. You have your audio on?
It should
Your
be on.
in-game audio? Okay, I gotta
Yep.
just check real quick because I just changed my audio settings, so I just want to make sure it works when you're in game. If it doesn't, I'll let
Okay.
you know. But it should. So we are playing Sova.
Yep.
The fuck?
Load.
Yeah, I don't hear any audio.
Oh shit, you don't? Wait, no.
No, your game noise.
Let me do it real quick. Uh, it says to share audio, share a tab or screen instead.
Huh? Are you sharing your screen?
Mm. Sorry?
Are you sharing your screen right now?
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm sharing the tab.
Okay, try sharing the screen. I just want to see if there's echo. Sorry.
There should be.
Oh wait, it's good. Now I hear. Wait, oh, there's
Oh,
echo.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
Okay, I won't be talking anyway, so.
Where?
A or mid? Oh,
Hey,
Cypher
hey.
can A.
I think
Cypher
it's
can A.
A.
Okay, good luck, bro.
I'm gonna
Outside,
retake
outside.
darts. For A at least. All for in.
Oh my god,
I'm gonna wait for you, Clove.
this computer is
You
like,
too, Kazoo. Wait.
is fucking
Street
lagging.
Planted.
Careful for Evan push. Nice.
55
retake.
Phoenix.
Let's go.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. This computer is like fucking lagging.
Gen Crav. Under Phoenix.
Last player standing.
Shit. One gen. Sova could be under. Yeah, he's under.
Under.
And two.
Yo, what's up, Alex? To chill. Like, I'm not sure. Like, one time I had to coach a student with 360, 15 FPS. Like, I was literally.
Phoenix, you wanna play risky?
Is it my internet? I don't think it's my internet. Stream's
You guys
okay,
want,
right,
like, a
guys?
dart or shock darts?
Phoenix, do you want to push here? I can vote.
Yeah, like, this is a little bit tough. I can't even like. Bro, his FPS is fucked.
Okay.
Okay, my stream's good.
What
Okay,
do
I
you
thought it
want?
was like me
What do
for
you
a
want?
second. I was like, why is it
I want to
lag?
push with
I
my
think it's his
portable.
internet.
Not
It's just.
too
I
late.
don't think it's his
Yeah, let's go, let's
PC.
go.
Cause his
No,
FPS is
it's good.
good, but it's like
Yeah,
like
it's people
150
beat
is
it.
decent, but
Phoenix.
yeah, I think it's the Discord stream.
Cypher. Sova.
Like sometimes it's okay.
Clove. Jet unknown.
His comms are quite good. That's something I'll say off the rip.
Spike planted.
40 on Jet.
All right, pretty active comms.
Sova main.
Last player
Feeds info well. He feeds info quite well. He's calling out everybody. That's what I'm noticing. And usually that's like a note I can like that's something I can tell from the student like or the player like immediately like first round. If he's like feeding that right away, it's like he's probably doing that a lot.
Are you guys gonna play aggro A? Phoenix ISO?
I don't think so.
I just crosshair there. What's the fuck's going on? Dude, is
Cypher
it?
B. Both Julius, Sova.
I think he's
Low
playing
round.
like a.
Let's play retake if you can. Can you get off site? Roger?
Bro, he has to be playing on Windows
ulting on
10
you.
or something, bro.
Might push CT.
Like this has to be Windows 10, Windows 9.
2 lane.
90 club.
I think Phoenix main.
Yeah, Phoenix main.
Holding stairs, holding stairs.
He's pretty aware.
Stairs.
Spike planted.
That's insane timing.
He's even calling what
like
he's
a,
holding.
main.
Still
Calling
stairs.
what he's
Phoenix
holding.
120.
Pretty good. Minimap awareness is
Sure.
quite strong too.
The darts.
I should make an
Did anyone main,
awareness.
you think?
No.
Last
Um,
player standing. One enemy remaining.
Both tops?
main.
Oh, he was main.
Uh,
Oh, unlucky.
he was main.
Sure.
That's right.
I'll just put this in the general part. I'll put a minimap. Actually, no.
wanna try
Fuck. Where
pushing
do I
again?
usually put this? I
Knife?
forgot.
Yeah,
I'll
no,
put
no,
in
no.
the.
Yeah, go for a push. I'll give you guys
Put it in the
a
game
review.
system. Minimap awareness is pretty good. It's pretty strong. Like he's literally holding stairs and he's like
My
calling
phone's
the
connected.
question marks on the minimap. So, oh my god, bro.
We have ult in one as well. Maybe try to get one back off. Push again.
I can down. 3, 2, 1, go.
Here's taps. There's at least 3. I'm gonna re-clear cat real quick. Cypher, so
All on side.
Spike planted.
close the door. Gonna wait for smoke to go. Okay, nothing tree.
It's actually
Start
really
in
hard
5,
to
we
see
can wait
the
few
way
seconds.
his aim is. With I think his crosshair placement needs a little bit of work.
Oh fuck. Continue.
He might have limited FPS in his Discord stream.
You wanna use your Phoenix ult here?
Yo, can you just check when you can? If you have limited FPS on your Discord
I
stream?
have it on.
No, on Discord.
Oh, on my stream.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, it's like 30, right?
Yeah. Can you play with 60 or no?
Uh,
Or will it affect
can
you?
I turn it on? Can I
Yeah,
turn
yeah,
it on
you
60?
can. Turn it off and turn it back on when you can after this run.
Yeah.
Fuck, I have to fucking listen to myself talking because it fucking was
J.
fucking bull.
I mean B.
What's up, Rayan?
As well. Club smokes.
I'm
Low.
going to rotate
All
map.
5, all
Leaving
5.
A, leaving A.
I told him so. Hopefully it fixes it, but like I don't know. Like this, I don't think it's his computer.
I'm gonna drone out.
It
Can you
needs-
hold me,
It,
Phoenix?
it, it
Hold me,
needs.
Phoenix.
It's definitely internet. I'm pretty sure.
One locks, one locks.
Ew, Septicon, what's up, buddy? Yeah, that was. He needs to kill this over there. I'm gonna write that
Psycho
down.
chips, careful.
Where should I put that? Put that in. I'll put that in movement positioning. Round 4, he needs. Oops, what the fuck?
Nice from both houses. Hold together.
He
Nice.
needs
Thank you.
to.
Nice,
He's rounding the
I just saved it
market
twice.
corner
Yeah,
to
yeah,
try
yeah, with the threat and the-
after knowing the guy is logs and he also didn't.
again? Like just
pre-
start it up again?
Yeah, just turn it off, turn it back on, try to put it at 60 FPS. It should show you an option to.
It does not give me an option.
Interesting. Okay, are you on Windows 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell. Okay, I think it's because you're on a like Windows 10 version of Discord. I think maybe. I'm not
Oh yeah. probably.
maybe I'm not sure, but you should have stream
I don't think-
settings
I don't-
though.
That's weird.
But it's fine. It's fine. It's all good.
Yeah.
Just change the audio back so I can hear the game.
On tiles. Or is it not on?
Nope.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm kind of okay. I'm kind of fucking him up right now. Okay, it's fine. We'll just deal with it for now. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. I can see like 80% of what's going on. So,
I've ult.
guys, trust me, I've had worse.
body.
Like one guy had a fucking. He had a monitor too big where the resolution was like this. Like it couldn't go bigger than that. I had another student where like his computer was so bad. Like we literally had to play on 15 FPS, like 360. Like I couldn't see shit.
One enemy remaining.
Under.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice. Well played, well played.
Last player standing.
Aim. Little bit. Body shot demon. Can delete though. He actually can delete there. Even the jet like should have been deleted. He killed the clove and the Sova deletion a little bit. Clove could have been better.
We can play retake on A maybe. Or B. I have ult.
I think his drone usage is pretty good. Drone usage.
They may play B.
What?
I think they're gonna play B. It's
Okay.
for too much time for them.
Get better
I'm gonna go B as
recon
well. I'll leave you
dart
alone, Phoenix.
timings.
Okay, okay.
Okay, let's play retake on A then if you can. Cypher cam on B. Just right.
You can do hashtag
Mid.
student
I'm playing with a setup here, Joe.
to get
Fight it,
info.
fight it.
I always update this.
If they push, fight it. They have one more Phoenix flash, careful. Predicted. Nice.
On me?
His mid round calling is pretty good.
1-3. I'm gonna drone.
Has
One
You
close,
go
one
ahead,
close.
Phoenix.
Close,
Huge.
close.
Phoenix.
potential to being.
Nice.
a
Okay, go back
risk.
through spawn.
Ah,
One there,
Sova.
one there. We know where Clove is?
Smoke speed.
Cross smoking A.
I've dart in 6.
Could be A. So Sova is.
And this is the thing
What's three? What's three?
people
So
need to kind of understand. It's like
Then
your
People
mid
will-
round
dart.
calling will be really good
Okay.
if your awareness is really good, and his
Right, so
awareness is really strong. Look,
Wait, what?
he automatically
Where's going
knows.
under?
Like there he didn't, but like he knew he was there at least, right? The Sova was there. He is correct in that comm that Sova was right side gen. his right side gen. So like he's aware, even in the mid area. Like he's like, yo, come back, go, kill this guy. He's stuck here, and they killed him. Like
Still
his
on main.
awareness is like 9 out
Did
of
Sova
10.
ult it too.
It reminds me of my awareness, where it's like he's calling everything on the map, feeding info really well, and that's really strong.
Jet
I
left
just
spy
checked.
in
I would
this
love to
one.
hear the comms
She is
4v2 or
up next.
4v1 group up. Sure. Yep. And you know, we talked in the beginning, and he said he's not really considering himself an IGL, and I wrote he has huge potential to
Please
being a
steps.
really good IGL. If he can just, and I'll teach him the IGL stuff with like the
Play
whole
retake if you can.
how
You
to
back off.
manage them. Like, look, he's
Play
telling them to
3 there.
retake, wait, because they know
Jet
there's a
sides with
Phoenix
Sova and
ult.
Phoenix.
Look, he's calling it. He's calling how many, who, not just how many, but who. I think that's really good, really strong comms. He's got really strong
Let's go
comms.
through main.
Not only calling how many, but who.
Hold
It's
my mid,
super
basically.
instant. Like, it was instant. That's how I would call too when they're out. Yo, they're out. This. There's a Silver Drone Jet. Phoenix, they're out. They're out.
It's happening, it's happening.
I went under it, pretty sure.
Guys, I pulled my
I have a
I
drone.
pulled my fucking ab today.
You need to make a move
It's,
soon.
like I feel like
Seven up.
I'm
I
gonna
broke
check
my
under.
ribs or
Yeah,
something.
two.
Good.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Nice,
Nice,
good shit,
well played.
Phoenix.
Yeah,
You
his
take it, ISO.
his comms are literally really helping these rounds. Like, and this is the thing with communication. If you get it at this level by using good awareness, because you need good awareness to gain that info and then feed it, anyone can be a solid player. He's got really good potential. Even though it's only been for 8 rounds, I'm quite impressed. You don't see this a lot from my like students in general. People just don't have this type of communication skills. It's very rare. It's like
Sova
3
probably
out
is
of
the
10,
safe. Maybe Phoenix can buy him though.
in my opinion. I could be wrong, but majority of people really struggle with communication for some reason. I don't know why. It's usually like fear of judgment. Usually is where it stems from, or they're just like just fucking weirdos. One or the other.
Cycletize. Remain. Sova none.
I'm gonna stay on A
Love
for
those
now.
rank
Taking
matches
words.
and
I think
DMs
they
last
wanna
night.
go
Yeah,
through.
yeah, we probably will do it tonight or tomorrow too.
Sova's droning too.
I was gonna play, but I was
left
like
side.
I don't know. I didn't. Like I don't have urge to play really. I'd
I'm
rather
gonna come
like
back to you, Phoenix.
do other
Yeah, 3 there.
stuff.
Sova still main. I'm flashed.
What the fuck? Okay.
Backing off.
His
One
aim's
more
not
tiles at
bad.
least.
One
just
penny,
stay.
Clove. She's Clove went up.
Oh right, he's a sprayer.
Clove was tiles, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna dart it.
He's not a tapper. He's
Yeah,
more of a
Sova should be B main. Maybe went
bursting,
through spawn top mid.
spraying type Vandal player, which is, you know, a little bit silly, but I won't be there tonight or tomorrow, sadly. All good, bruh. 10 mans tomorrow. You're not gonna be here tomorrow? We got 10 mans tomorrow,
Could
3
be
p.m. Those that are not in the Discord, in this chat,
Smoking.
10
they're
mans
gonna go
tomorrow,
B.
it's
Both,
free.
both.
We usually get like 5,
I'm gonna
6
pick up the
immortals
smoke
come.
also.
It's really fun, really sweaty.
One enemy remaining.
Could be on site. Oh, he's already here. 40.
Wait for me, wait for me.
Yeah, wait. Just stay on site. He was around here.
I think he's gonna go spawn. Well, he has to go B, no?
Show, he has to make a move. 10 seconds.
Nice.
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 Well played.
Wow, he understands his situational awareness. He says, chill, he needs to make a move. He knows that looking at the clock, 13 seconds left, that guy needs to go B.
Try to fight aggro A maybe. Get your ult ISO.
This guy is fucking aware as fuck.
Nah, I don't think so.
It's
don't want to?
pretty good. I know it's one game. I'm not trying to
Darted
glaze him
anyways,
either.
we
It's
can still
just,
get it maybe.
you don't see that often from this ELO, where he's like situation where he understands the win condition is to just stay alive, wait for this guy to plan on B and kill him, or just he just never plans because you know he doesn't make a move. But by him
That's
understanding that shows
Yeah,
he's
look,
got
Jet Sova.
he's
At
got
least 3.
pretty good awareness,
We can fight it. We can fight it.
situational
Three.
awareness, and just overall awareness.
Got one.
Oh my god, he almost died.
Low on bullets.
Ah, she got lucky.
Is that my crosshair or his crosshair? What the
One
fuck?
enemy remaining.
I've not seen Clove yet. Could be lurking anywhere.
What
What's up, man?
what the fuck?
What's top
You're
mid?
seeing like above average comms for his
Nice.
elo, but like other
Nice
things
shot.
are weaker, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, please. I mean, what I'm seeing so far is nothing. I don't see anything crazily bad. I see his crosshair placement needs a
Can
lot
buy
of
you
work.
Phoenix.
Also, his aim is probably pretty weak. Like him spraying a lot with Vandal is a bit and he's showing glimpses of able to one tap like delete, but it's with a spray. Like I want to see the deletions with a one tap instead of or like a two shot burst instead of he's full spraying to kill people. So that's probably his biggest weakness so far. He said
Maybe mid
positioning is
push.
also a big weakness.
Smoking us off here.
Overall, his movement isn't so bad.
They're gonna go A, trust me.
Like
Yeah,
the
they're
way
gonna
he's moving and like
Three.
Play retake.
Back off, back off.
why it's strong is because of his awareness. Because he's looking at the minimap, understanding what's
Be
happening,
open.
what is unaccounted for,
Focus
and
your
then he
body.
can make a decision off that, right? So
I'll drone. Make sure heaven's safe. I think one's trying to jump
I
up.
think one close.
No, that was Killjoy.
Just scan.
There's a trip
Oh,
heaven, by the way.
yeah.
Trip heaven, careful. It didn't fully scan under. I've
Very
darted two.
close.
Was there one tree?
Yeah.
Two, I think. Hold my heaven.
okay.
No time.
Oh, there's time, there's time. We can try.
Yeah, but you have to go.
He's
You have to
pretty good at fighting.
Sova main playing
Player
Oh.
standing.
Last one
playing
main.
ult.
There's not gonna be enough time.
Let's try. He did have the slow vault.
He's got pretty good anticipation as
bye.
well.
Last
Yeah, that's
round
nice.
in the half.
The Cypher might have to save now.
Yeah.
Like halfway.
Nothing he can really do. It was a four. Like they should just
Yeah,
waited
let's try to maybe ISO ult one, like off the start if we hear something.
for the
Yeah.
Killjoy ult.
I have ult as well. If we know they're like A main, I'm just gonna ult them.
But I would like to use my ult in retake situation.
Okay, that's fine.
Because
Too.
if I don't kill him, it's useless.
True. Good point. Yeah, Phoenix has ult as well, so don't play too close on site. If you wanna play retake. Second time.
One on the red.
It's okay, it's okay. 100 on who?
Oh, two markets.
They're going through spawn.
All mid.
I'll try to hold
That's
you.
Cypher.
Nice, well played. I'm gonna try and use my ult here.
One knock.
Last player standing.
Never mind.
Yeah, this round was a little bit bad by him.
One enemy remaining.
Wow.
Nice.
Really well played.
So well played.
His utility is quite strong.
Switching sides.
Is everyone's tech still working? Double check it, please. Grab a drop.
Like every retake, am I muted? He's had a fucking drone to get a lot of key information, or at least even help clear space where they need to gain to start
Could be, guys.
going for the retake, which is you don't some Immortal 3s. I had an Immortal 3 EU guy, he couldn't even do that. Like, bruh. And he was playing Sova. It's the VOD that got released today. Like he couldn't even do that in his VOD. Like he just kept running out
I flashed
by
on
himself, never using drone.
Dart
Like
back
this guy's
safe and
diamond and
just
his drone
flash
usage
them.
is like pretty good. Yeah, I wrote that. He insta crouches a lot, like half crouches, yeah.
Cypher.
I'll dart stairs.
But that's
I'll
not
dart
bad
stairs.
if he's
Oh,
getting
but
away
yeah.
with it and can do it well.
He's playing lane.
It's
and
it's
stairs.
bad if you're insta
I'm
crouching,
gonna take
crouching a
ulti.
lot, but you're dying every
There's one
time.
flanking, guys.
But like he gets away with it, so
Cypher on side.
it shows that he
There's
can.
one flanking.
Yeah.
there's
He
one flanking.
understands kind of how to use it
Double
decently.
market.
But we'll touch on that too. Ah, bro, my abs.
One-
Fuck, bro, my.
There's
One
one
mark.
flanking already. One flanking already. CT. CT and flank. CT flank.
Yeah, for him it's not bad because it's working. Like he doesn't like just die.
Who is?
Like,
Oh,
he's
Artyom.
able to use it to his advantage.
I hit him a few times, I'm pretty sure.
Holy fuck, he's a sprayer, bro.
Lane.
the side.
Phoenix 90.
Player standing. One enemy remaining.
That's a bad dart. Oh, actually, it's pretty good. What the fuck?
Nice.
Played.
I thought the clove was gonna be more deeper. Pretty good round. Pretty good round.
Is only a tool.
He's got the clutch gene in him. think his game sense, his communication is quite strong.
Be my sheriff if you need it, Phoenix.
He's
Maybe long range.
definitely needs to work on his movement, or like not like
Let's go A.
pathing, but like positioning, I should say,
I think we can go to mid.
Maybe
could be
maybe
better.
Don't have
Maybe
long
mid,
range
yeah.
weapons.
and his
Maybe
aim.
like mid.
Like he's
Let's
body
hold them
body
A,
shotting
actually,
a little bit too much.
ISO. Maybe
He's
you
like,
push it.
and he's also a sprayer. He's
Go
like a
for
big
dart. Wait it
temper.
out and then just hold it.
Yeah, wait for the op. Nice. Good job.
What's 1 tree?
Way to go.
No. Yeah, I'm gonna start here on bottom.
I can vulnerable him if you want to peek.
I'm gonna ask him.
Do it, do
What
it.
were his goals again?
Left,
So
left, good, good.
when I asked him the question, he said immortal. He started playing the game in January.
I've drawn. Let me draw.
Around there,
Just
like
hold me.
V25 first act, and he's diamond 3,
11 from 3.
and he's been
Yeah,
playing
I
for
know.
less than like 10 months, so it's pretty good.
Spike down A.
But his goal was sorry, I'm getting carried away
Just
from
two there,
watching.
two there.
His
Go
goal was that
Close down.
initially he wanted to be
All three, I
immortal
think all three. No, all three,
one, and then I asked him, "Do you want to go pro?" He said, "Yeah." So
Huge.
now we changed it to him going
Three
pro.
bullets also.
He can change that as he wishes, but
Nice.
Nice.
Well played.
I needed to make sure that he
Yeah, kills your
You
assets.
see-
Kills
made
your
that decision
Second.
today,
Why did you say all
so
three?
he
I
can
thought
start
it was the last one.
going towards his goal.
We could just buy vandals. Most of us rifles anyways.
I'm gonna peek on top mid. Try to get a peek.
I'll get spike. You buy me
Go and get
sheriff
spike.
killjoy?
I can.
Thanks. No, I'll get it. I'm not gonna play aggro anyways this round. So over they main. Maybe Phoenix pushes it up again, but he's gonna
You
be
started
careful.
silver 3 or gold 1 and climbed that fast, yeah. That's way more than I have ever
Tree
dreamed
one.
of climbing. Yeah, Septicon, you're not bad too, but you know I think
Nice, good shit.
you're like the opposite of him. You gotta get
It's so bad.
You need to get
reveal
game
side,
sense,
and then we might just go mid
like
and
the
then
game
market.
sense umbrella, and
I'll
then
come to you.
because your aim is good, it's just you gotta get your game sense up,
It's at least two,
and
Yeah,
then
no.
you'll win easily. Climb.
Jova was 3. We smoke bottom mid, club. You have time to smoke bottom mid? Jova's still 3. Smoke 3 actually, smoke 3. You have a smoke?
His understanding here is bad.
There's one here, one dropped.
What is
You're
round
taps-
15? Round
Jova
15,
was... Okay, we can go B, push B, push
4v3.
B.
He needs to
Jova was
call to go B as
Make
soon
sure to be able to
as
trade me. Should not be sides.
12 killed
I have
the
ult
side
and darts,
guy.
everything.
He's
One enemy
screaming.
Nice.
I
for
push, I
him
push.
to.
Okay, I'll dart. Just ult him and I push it.
Yep.
I'm gonna drone in a sec.
Yeah, once you get into, I ult.
Yeah.
It's more anticipating and decision making. I
Sova.
think, yeah.
He's here.
Yeah, he's there.
That falls under game sense
him,
pretty
got
much.
him.
The mental
Take
game
time, take time.
sense.
Yeah.
Decision making is huge in this game.
Nice, well played.
Good bonus.
But I don't know if this guy's trolling me. Like I don't think he's diamond. Like, there's no way.
Arschloch.
What the fuck?
Hmm?
Suka blöd. He's EU.
Goodbye, you Phoenix.
I've been getting a lot of EU students lately. Oh my god, this fucking stream though. Why would he troll you? No, I'm just saying, you know how like
So
I've seen
little
those
aggro,
contents
maybe.
where like they're like
Yep.
buying coaching
it up.
sessions, but they're like good players. I'm like, is this guy trolling me, bro? Like, he's pretty good. That's why I'm like,
Phoenix, take off, Phoenix.
you don't see this a lot.
I'm gonna drone.
Like he's calling,
Heaven
can
float.
top frag, using his
I'm gonna try and
utility
use the
well. Obviously, there's some small details,
Yes, over there.
but
it's
still,
over there. I'm gonna ult.
overall, it's not bad.
Save heaven.
One enemy
It's 80.
remaining.
Nice. Heaven.
His awareness.
I'm so
Okay,
bad.
back off. Just playtime.
See his awareness
Let him
right
come
there. His
close.
situation where it's like 3v1,
Hold
bombs
this,
down.
hold tree.
It's gotta burn time.
Can you hold 3 killjoy? Oh yeah, you have two turrets.
He tells him, chill, chill, chill. That's a sign of a leader. That's a sign of a good player. Most people don't fucking say a word. They don't give a fuck if anyone dies. Good players will be
back
like,
up.
don't throw,
Yeah.
come back,
Nice.
come back. Don't peek, chill. Wait time, play time. Right. That reminds me of myself. So he's off to a good start. And especially he's shocking me more because he's been only playing for a year. If he's been here for like 5 years, I could be like, okay, that makes sense. You know, he got a lot of experience, but like the man played less than 10 months and he's pretty good. So,
Alright, you
oh my
guys,
neck.
off we go.
I'm gonna start backside when you guys go in. Cypher's here. As a cam lane, I'm pretty sure.
I did this start
If you
too.
take off and ult.
Dropping smokes.
Found them.
Playing stairs.
Good. He's instantly feeding info. I love it.
Do you wanna go in? Do you? Okay.
Our spike carrier's dead.
Spike down B.
Okay. Stairs and then pushing with ult from both. Because we should have it. And one market.
I think he has to play a bunch more hours to solidify his rank because if
Market,
people
market.
climb that fast, I mean, 10 months is not that long. Not that short.
Oh, NT.
So, I think he solidified his skill. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie, Septicon. My expectation, like someone from new, you like if you really want to get good at this game, like you should be immortal in like 6 months. So, I don't know. Doesn't matter how many hours. I'm sure he plays 30 hours a week, so 20 to 30 hours a week. He's probably played quite a bit off that 20 to 30 hours a week. Is like you'll hit 500 hours quick. How many? 10 weeks? 10 weeks? Yeah, he probably has
I
a
take
thousand
main,
hours.
Okay,
I
go for
think he's got 1,000 hours probably roughly with our estimation with how much time he says he plays in the game, which is a lot of time. And like I said, 10 months is not short. Yes, yes, he's a new player and has made that progress.
Who did we see?
But
Go fast, go fast.
Phoenix,
10 months
Cypher,
is still long
Phoenix
to
is
be
over.
here.
Yeah, so
He should be like immortal already, to be honest.
Both markets.
Anybody
Oh,
can
that's
be
such a
immortal in
useless
like
ult.
6
Might be
months.
other
Like
three, might be other
new,
three.
brand new to the game to immortal should be like 6 months in my mind.
Cypher also 3.
Cypher.
Anything like longer than that is slow.
Take ult orb.
So even him, he's slow,
Maybe I'll
but
get it.
he's good. Like he for 10 months, it's not bad. It's pretty good.
Nice.
He's ahead of a lot of people that's been playing for years, so that shows. Like, and it's his first. It's his first. Septicon probably.
What's on
What do you have?
market?
Like fucking
Nice.
10,000
What's on
hours,
A?
bro.
Maybe spawn.
I've ult, I've ult.
Okay, the same thing
Play
again.
time,
Same
play
thing
time,
again.
play time.
Yeah. Should be fine.
87, 87.
He's CT.
Same
He's
thing, same
CT.
thing. If you tap spike.
He's on me. He's on
Wait.
me. He's on me.
Okay.
On me. On
Can
me.
you
On
peek,
me.
can you peek?
Tussle.
You
Got
have
him, I got him!
Last player standing.
it? No, you gotta win those ults.
Nice.
Nah, I
Same-
didn't want to, I
same
didn't
guy
want to.
again.
I let him kill me. It was sober for the second time, right?
Yeah.
Match point.
That's crazy.
Dump all your tech in my lab. I'll fix it up.
Let me buy you, Phoenix.
Thank you.
No worries.
Thank you, Sova.
No worries.
In comp for me, 800 total on my main. Yeah,
Let's play calm. Let's destroy the dark.
that's quite low
Gonna
actually,
play mid.
Get out of my way.
bro. I would play 200 hours an act
Just pushing.
Like, back then.
Nice.
Not anymore.
Could be one more.
Even when I came back in November, last November, I was playing like 200 hours.
Drone. Nice. 1-3. 1-3.
Man's a monkey.
Entry. I'm gonna shock the Cypher trips. Oh, sorry. Where's cloak?
Yeah, you spread that over 5 years. Most of the hours are from the
Obviously.
Slack alone. True.
You
Bro,
guys win, bro.
800 hours in 5 years is you did not play that
Both of
much.
you.
Both?
Go for 80.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice, GG's.
Attackers.
Sova, wanna play 3?
Join us.
Yup.
No, I can.
Alright, you can stop sharing your screen. Alright, I'm gonna be honest. I think you played quite well this game. Okay, so I really tried my hardest to nitpick. But I'm gonna be honest again, there wasn't really too many bad things. Hold on 1 second, give me a second.
Yeah.
You're not trolling me, right? You're diamond, right?
No, I am done.
You sure?
I'm
You're not
done.
lying?
I'm not lying.
Alright, great. Because I think I'm gonna be honest. Again. I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. All right. I don't want you to build an ego off me telling you this. Okay. Really important. But understand, I think you're a little bit better than the CeeLo. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. I'm logging in. I'm gonna get into custom before I say anything you want to talk about with this game. How do you feel?
I think it was a good game.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, it was a good game.
How do you
This
feel
is
like you
my
played?
main account, by the way.
Yep.
I feel like my game sense was there. Sometimes I didn't fully know where they were, but I feel like it was fine.
Okay. No worries. I'm just logging in right now. Give me a sec.
At the start, my shots were kind of missing, but I didn't play in a bit. But it got better.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you top fragged, bro, you told me you don't consider yourself an IGL, but you're an IGL. Like, you literally IGL that whole game. I'm not sure where that came from, but
I do that every
yeah,
game, to be honest.
yeah. So in my mind, somebody that does that is an IGL. To me, so
Okay. I feel like you're only like an IGL if you actually make like full-on plans.
no.
Like,
And do you know Worthy TV?
no.
NA coach. Okay, he's pretty popular, and I interviewed him in my second episode, and I asked him, um, you know, what are your thoughts on an IGL role?
Hmm.
How important is it to you? And he said a lot of people get, this is his words. You can even see it if you watch the VOD. But he says, a lot of people get mixed up with IGL means that you make calls. That's what an IGL does. No, 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 no.
Yeah.
An IGL is solely a leadership role, right?
Hmm.
We are on Ascent, right? Give me a sec.
Yeah.
So you gotta kind of have to understand that it is solely a leadership role, and I think you have the traits, my friend, of being a really good IGL. I wrote that in the notes. You're playing solo, right? Let me share my screen.
Hmm.
And I don't want to. I'm just not. I'm just like holding back from talking because I want to break it down while I'm in the thing. So give me a sec.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can go ahead and watch my screen. Let me know if you can see it. Also, I'm gonna be honest. Your stream was like lagging or like
I
the
know.
the FPS
Yeah,
was too
it's pretty
low.
bad.
But it's fine. Like like the chat was complaining, but I could kind of still see a lot, like 80, 90% well, so it was okay for me to assess your game. Nothing crazy. Okay. All right, so let me bring up these notes real quick. So yeah, so what we're talking about is like it's a leadership role thing, right? Like really understand
Hmm.
that it's not about excuse me one second. Okay, so sorry, my mom. But yeah, it's a leadership role. Just understand it's not just about making guys, let's go A. Like we're on attack. Guys, let's
Hmm.
go B and it's gonna be a split, two mid, three main. Okay, I want this guy here, this guy there. I'm gonna do this, you guys are gonna do this, boom, boom, boom. It's a fake, two people faking B or A, whatever. It's just a simple example, right? That's not what makes the IGL. What makes the IGL, okay, uh, at the base level or an elite level is really his awareness, mini map awareness, POV awareness, directional
Hmm.
sound awareness, okay? And then also managing his team, okay? To control,
Yeah.
to lead. That's what makes a
Hmm.
really solid RGL. And I'm gonna be really honest. I think you really have these potential to being even a mortal level IGL because I told the chat, I'm like, yo, this guy reminds me of me, where you're so aware, and that's really, really good. Okay, so let's break down
Hmm.
these notes a little bit further. So if I were to rank your um these categories, okay, I'm gonna be honest. I think your comms and your utility usage is definitely your highest. Okay,
Okay.
it's gonna be like comms, utility usage, game sense, even though it's still weak, like these it's still good at this level. It's like 6.57. So it's comms. What did I say? Utility usage, game sense.
Hmm.
Then it's gonna be your movement and positioning. Okay. Then the last thing is your aim. I think your aim
Okay.
is weak. I'm not saying it's dog shit. You still top
Yeah.
fragged, but what would you think my expectation of aim is at a high level?
Uh,
Try to
being
answer.
able to like being able to like know when to shoot where and like position yourself for a good crosshair placement and stuff and like knowing what to shoot.
Sure, yeah. That's important, but what I'm really looking for, okay, the answer is my expectation of an elite aimer is instant deletions all the time, no excuses, no questions asked. And if I
Yeah.
were to ask you, did you instantly delete everybody in this game, all your
No.
kills? Or you say it's no, right? And
No.
yeah, you did too. You did too as well. Like there was a lot of
Mm.
kills you were killing them very fast, but um, it's important that we get our aim to that level with your game sense being this strong and awareness, bro. You're gonna be a fucking beast. Okay, and so you know there's two categories where when students come to me. The first one is usually where and this is the 90% of people, especially in NA and APAC. EU, not so
Mm.
much. EU is more of a brain region, right? They're not focusing too much
Yeah.
on aim. They're more game sense awareness type region, from my experience. But 90% of students are like all aim, no brain. Absolutely no communication skills, no leadership skills, no understanding what the fuck's going on, no good position. You know what I'm saying? They're usually just out of
Mm.
these five categories focus on aim only. You are actually in the opposite, which is the rarer side. It's very rare. It's like 2 out of 3 of my students. Okay, where you are majority brain and the aim is secondary. And if I were to ask you, which side is easier to get elite in? If there's two same people, one guy has
Aim
all aim,
100%.
all brain versus all game sense and decent aim, which side is um easier to improve and become elite? Do you know?
Definitely aim.
So you're saying all aim, no brain is easier to get better at?
That's yeah.
You're actually incorrect. What is easier out of the two, okay, is to have brain like yourself and have dog shit aim. Okay, and I'll explain why. Because is it hard to get aim in your mind?
No.
It's not. Aim is super fucking easy to get a Mortal 3 level, Radiant level aim. There are 80-70% of people in NA where their aim is in like they're in like Diamond Ascendant and their aim is fucking Radiant level. But why aren't they Radiant? Do you know? Super simple.
Game sense.
Game sense, decision making, understanding, you know, the IGL role, how enemies move, what to do, solutions, communication. 4 out of the 5 categories are 4 out of 10, 3 out of 10, 5 out of 10. It's average or below, but their aim is 10 out of 10. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
opposite spectrum which you are in is 4 out of the 5 are 6, 7, 8, 9 out of 10, and aim is 4, 5 out of 10. You are in that category,
Mm-hmm.
my friend. And that category is actually the easier side to get good because with game sense and brain, it's a big umbrella. It's not just okay, flick, micro adjustment, tracking. Is it? No, it's not. There's so much
Yeah.
involved awareness, anticipation, understanding, map knowledge, agent knowledge, utility knowledge, timings, understanding pathing. There's so much, right? And that's why a lot of people struggle and show up where they only understand aim. And so, what I'm trying to say again, don't let this get to you. It doesn't mean stop working on your utility usage, movement positioning, game sense, communication, and
Mm-hmm.
just work on aim. Get all of these 10 out of 10. You're already a head start of a lot of players, right? The other spectrum is aim is 9 out of 10 and all these categories are 4 out of 10. Four other categories, your categories are like 6, 6.5. Those four, all four. You know what I'm saying? They're even and your aim is low. So you're already a head start where you just bring these to 8, 9, the four categories and your aim also to 8, 9. Okay? So that's just what I wanted to kind of say. So that's how I would rate your categories. Okay, I think you are in that spectrum
Mm-hmm.
where it's gonna be really easy for you to improve. Okay, as long as you focus on a lot of the stuff I teach you today and overall
Yeah.
stuff. Okay, improvement. And
Right.
before we start, I'll tell you a simple tool that you need to keep with the rest of your Valorant life, which is to improve in anything: aim, utility usage, positioning, game sense, mental game, anything, any aspect. And this is not just a Valorant skill. You can apply this to life. Is to do it, you play a lot, you make mistakes, you process that mistake. Okay, what went wrong? Okay, this was bad. I peaked too early, peaked too long. Okay, wait, my calling was terrible. This was bad. My aim was bad. This is what went wrong. You process that, and then you think about this, you theory craft a little bit to yourself on what could have been better. What should I have done? And then you apply it. It's kind of like a three-step process. You make the mistake, or it's a good play. You can do it for good plays too if you want to take it a step further. You process that, try to figure out what could have been better for next time, what you will never do again, how you'll never feel that feeling of losing that round because of you again, and then you apply it when you're in the same scenario next time. Right? That is a tool
Yep.
that you need to understand and will help you become a Mortal 3 pro. Like you said, your goal is. That's what pros did to get there. So I had one guy in chat being like, pros don't, or some guy in my comment was like, oh, well, pros are just they just practice mechanically and they had time ahead of people. I'm like, that's not how people go pro. What about the new pros that you've never heard of? How did they get pro when they didn't get a jump start in 3 years of playing time? Is they thought about these things. They constantly thought about why they died every single time they died, every single round, every single game. There's accountability, okay, and being critical and being able to self-assess yourself to apply for the next time where you made a mistake 7 out of 10 times, you reduce it to 2 out of 10 times, right? It's optimal. You become optimal and efficient for the long term, like we talked about early on in the beginning of the session, right? It's all about the long term. Okay, so that's something you have to understand and apply. It's a tool that you now need to start using every time you die, every round you lose or win, or every time your call is bad, every time you lose the game because of you. Okay, that's something you need to carry with you. Okay, any questions before we get started?
No.
Hey, that's it. Okay, so comms. I wrote pretty active comms. Okay, in the beginning, so I think your comms are quite strong. Okay, like you're talking a lot, the volume, right? You're not being like, hey guys, yo, hey. Like I have some students like that. I'm like, bro, what's wrong with you? Speak up. I can't
Yeah.
even hear what you're saying. So your voice is good, and then also you're active. It's not like you're some rounds just fucking seeing information and you're just like that round where they're running down market. You're just like you're saying, yo, they're
Yeah.
fucking running it down, right? And so, it's active, it's good, and my expectation of a high level comms is that you are active, specific in detail, and feeding information instantly, which you do really well. I was praising you. I was like, bro, this guy's comms reminds me of me. It's instant. And again, don't let this get to you, but
Yeah.
take away that it's your strength. Get it better. Make it more instant. Make it more aware. And people don't understand this, but your communication sets up the team. No, it
Yeah.
does because you're feeding information on what's happening, especially when people are unaware, and they can use that to slow down, speed it up, pre-fire a guy, pre-aim a guy, stuff like that. Make a plan to kill somebody, like you guys did here. This guy, you guys at first you're like back up, back up. Wait, he's stuck, and you guys both pushed him and killed him, right? And so that comes from awareness, and then from awareness, you've gathered the information, you've processed it in milliseconds, and you've fed it to your team so that way you guys can come up with a solution to kill them and have a good decision there as a team. Team edge, individual edge as well. Okay, so I thought it was really good. Okay, the next thing is any questions with this note? Pretty active comms.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. This section, there's not gonna be too much negative. We're gonna run through it. So the next note is feeds info well, want it better. Okay, it's good. It's really solid. 8 out of 10. Instantly delivering. Yo, what? Even on A, when they went A, you're like, yo, Jet, Sova, Phoenix out. They're out. They're out. They're out. And you're back here and spawn. That's a high level type of communication. So it really is. So, I really admire that a lot. I want it better. Always focus on this to be elite. Okay, I'm a type of player where when I play the game, not even just kills, I communicate like you do, feeding info across the map. I'm like, yo, he's behind you, he's behind you. My teammate didn't see the red question mark, and he turns around and kills him, and they go, yo, thank you so much. How the fuck did you know he's there? And I'm like, I just saw it on the minimap. Like, I want you to be that fucking sensitive with the minimap, because that's how we can gather information and feed it. Right? You're not seeing it from here. You're seeing it from the left side, the minimap across right? So it
Exactly.
shows that your eyes are very aware, and I really like that. Okay, so I want it better. Keep improving it. Keep getting it better. Make it instant. Okay. The next note is calling what he's holding. This is also something that's very rare. You're like, yo, I'm holding this. I'm holding this. So that way, let's
Mm-hmm.
say they're brain dead players on your team and they're not aware. When you say that, he can just start looking at something else, right? Because people are only usually generally in the mid levels are looking in their POV. They don't like to look
Yeah.
at the mini map, the top, the player count, the time, the clock, and then the kill feed too on the right side, right? So
Mm-hmm.
this is really good. As something as simple as, bro, guys, I'm walking down, is a very, very key and important communication. And I'm glad that you're kind of doing that. And so I would like you to add that too. Not only tell them what you're holding, but what you're doing as well. Guys, I'm gonna take space on A main. I'm gonna flank. You see how that type of information would be important if you're on my team. Right, let's say you're like mid or on B. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, yo, I'm gonna flank. I'm gonna flank, and I'm like, yo, I'm holding. Yo, nothing here, nothing here. What would you guys start doing? Start stacking mid, cat, and B. Right, we have all control, and so
Mm-hmm.
your awareness will lead to information. Information will lead you to understanding generally where they are. By understanding generally where they are, you'll understand generally what they can do. And we'll break this down further in the movement and positioning section. I don't want to get carried away now. Okay, when we talk about
Yeah.
taking space. But that's that. Okay, do you understand? So I thought that was very, very good by
Mm-hmm.
you, bro. Like, I'm not joking. Like, really keep working on your communication, and you are in a position to being a super good player. And I'm not stroking your ego. I'm being really honest. Okay, and so that's that. Okay, any questions? This note.
No, that was clear.
Let's move on. The next note has huge potential. That's in caps to being a really solid IGL. Okay, what is the IGL
Mm-hmm.
role? What does it stand for? Do you know? Not to see if you're dumb.
In-game leader.
In-game leader, right? In-game leader. You play sports? Are you an athlete at all?
I
before you
play
answer,
football.
okay, I was gonna say before you answer, I'm gonna say yes, okay, because I can tell you've developed some sort of communication and leadership skills through playing sports, like I have as well. I was an athlete my whole life too. I played American football and soccer and hockey, ice hockey for a long time, and every sport besides basketball. Okay, so and that's where I learned it. When I was 15, 16, 18, I learned communication and leadership skills through playing sports. That's really where I learned it solely.
Yeah.
And so I knew that and I was going to be like, wait, 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 I'm going to do a cheating moment. I know you play sports, right? And you answered it. You played European soccer, I'm get soccer, football,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Soccer. Yeah.
um, great. And I can tell that you got that from there. And it's a leadership role. Okay, and I'll ask you another question. With being the IGL role, how do you see the game? Do you know? Try to answer. It's okay if you get it wrong.
Mm,
Just trying to test your knowledge here.
how do you can you rephrase that correct? I don't really understand it.
So being an IGL, okay, if you were to be an
Mm-hmm.
IGL, right? Do you know how
Yeah.
that will kind of make you look at the game?
No.
And I'll tell you, okay? If you adopt and put it on your chest, the C on your chest, you're a captain of the team, and you're like, I'm an IGL type player now, forever, or whatever, for now. You will look at the game much differently, like you already do, than the average player on your team, which they didn't know what the fuck was going on. They don't know what to do on a micro and macro level, like their individual movement, our team's movement, where we need to go, where we are, and the enemy's movement as well. It'll open up your mind to see at that level, to knowing where my teammates are, where the enemy are, where they need to go, and what we need to do. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
you'll also see it as in a leadership role, like we talked about briefly in the beginning, right? Is to lead,
Yep.
manage, and to control. You will control the outcome of these rounds. Did you not in this game? Majority of these games, these rounds.
Sorry. One more time.
I said, did you not
Did I?
already do that, where you controlled a lot of rounds in this game by you managing them,
Yeah. True.
by being
Yeah.
aware, feeding them info,
Mm-hmm.
telling them what to do, micromanaging them to some degree? You did. That
Mm-hmm.
question, the answer should be yes, I did, and you did. And so, and remember when I asked you, are you an IGL? You're like, nah, you're a fucking IGL. Okay? So you need to adopt this role moving forward. And most importantly, what that will do when you adopt this role is you'll win. No? If we can lead,
Mm-hmm.
manage, control by controlling the outcomes of these rounds by using my awareness, information feeding, processing, solution finding, managing my teammates, and applying that, you will win. And by winning these rounds, by
Mm-hmm.
doing that, you'll win games because you're winning a majority of your games, your rounds. Remember, we talk about long-term winning. And then by doing
Mm-hmm.
winning, you gain RR. By gaining RR, you're gonna climb to your goal and go pro. Okay, and this is really important. There's a lot of burden, a lot of responsibility with being IGL. You need to be responsible when you lose. Every time.
Yep.
Every bad call.
Yep.
Every round, you need to be like, that's on me, boys. Bad call, bad read. I'm serious. There cannot be anything where it's like, okay, these teammates are fucking. That's on you, bro.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
if it's a 1v1 situation, he lost or whatever. Even though you set up a really good plan and whatever, simple example. You need to be like, I could have done better. That's on me.
Yep.
And that's why a lot of people do not take this role. It's because there's too much accountability that they're shying away from. Being critical,
Mm-hmm. And I feel like
self-assessing.
you need to be like,
Yeah,
I feel like you need to be really like
yeah,
confident most times.
yeah. And you'll build that through um,
Mm-hmm.
making mistakes. Developing the skill where, let's say, for example, this is an example, 3 months from now, imagine you start IGLing where you get your team on sites 80-70% of the time on attack. How confident would you be to make a call if that was the case?
Pretty confident.
Really confident. And that's how we gain confidence. It's through the process of improving, developing ourselves to get to that point. It's not about getting there, like being there, that type of guy. It's about the process of getting there through making mistakes, learning, gaining experience, being critical, brainstorming, theory crafting, etc., if that makes sense. Okay? So, and I'll send you a video as well on how to improve these thought processes and stuff like that. I can briefly tell it to you. But uh, me in the beginning, when I was starting my process of being an IGL, because I wasn't for the first year of playing, okay, I would listen to
Mm-hmm.
people as a follower because I didn't know the game, right? But once I started understanding and wanting to tell people what to do, my calling was terrible. It was utter bullshit. Like I would just be like, guys, run a fake A B and go B, and there's no plan. It's just a call, and it was just terrible. Like I didn't understand how the enemy set up, who likes to play where, what type of utility they have, what is strong, what is weak, what is their overall play style. Are they aggressive? Are they passive? Are they anchoring? Are they taking space a lot? Are they fast rotating? Is it slow rotating? I would just make random calls, right? And even people would be like, bro, you're dumb. What the hell? It's not going to work. And I didn't even understand that in the beginning, right? But through making these bad calls and losing rounds, losing games, people yelling at me, telling me I'm fucking dumb, okay? I tried to think, wait, okay, man, this could have been better. Okay, we should have ran that fake here. Wait, that makes sense. Wait, why were they there so fast? I needed to pick up that they're rotating type players really quickly and then set up a
Mm-hmm.
fake, make them bite. You see how I'm like theory crafting and being critical and assessing and like trying to see what could be right, not like being like this is the answer, but being like, okay, what about this? What about this? Like asking questions, you know?
Yep.
That's where you're going to start developing to being getting the skill to 10
More aware.
11 out of 10. Yeah, more aware, more knowledge, more edge in calling. It goes from a 50% win rate in calling to like 80, 90%. Okay, this is the edge you're going to gain by understanding that. And I'll send you a clip that explains this a little bit better than I am. I don't want to get caught up on it, that's why. But
Mm-hmm.
that's that. So you have a really big potential of being IGL. You must adopt it. Like there's no option for you. With you being this good at this level doing it, you should never not say I'm not gonna do it. Like you need to um take this on your shoulders. And
Okay.
what I also say as well is that the best players in a traditional sports, okay, business, getting girls, the dogs, okay, or Valorant or any esport, the best player tells the teammates what to do. No, because he knows
Yep.
best.
Yeah.
He understands. He's more aware. And so you have to understand that you are the best player on your team. You need to believe that in every game you play, whether you win or lose. make the calls, be confident. It's okay if you make them. Remember what I told you with the protocol with improving. It's okay to make mistakes as long as you're critical. You process what went wrong, what you need to do, what you will never want to feel ever again when you lose that game, and then you apply it for the next time. That is the key. You can use this for life. Making money, getting
Yeah.
girls, same thing. Okay, so this is the key to me mechanic on how to improve on anything. Do it, make a mistake, process it, apply for next time so it never happens again. Okay, so that's that. Any questions before we move on? Okay, that's that. And don't worry, I'm gonna send you these notes and the VOD. So if you ever feel like these information is too overwhelming, it's got your back. Okay, let's move on. The next thing is not only calling how many, but who it's but who it is super instantly. This is
Yeah.
reminds me of me, bro. I'm not joking, bro. Most people go, yo, 2A. I heard 2. The elite people go, yo, it's 2A. It's Sova and this guy. Because I heard a dart and a ISO turn a shield on. It's ISO Sova. It's not only specific, it's super fucking detailed, high level. Okay? It's really strong.
Yeah, it's important because if you see
Yeah.
like, for example, like clove top mid, there's 3 towards that side, for example.
Exactly.
But like,
Sure. And I'll give you
then
another
you can
example.
identify like a lurker and stuff.
Good, good, bro. I'm glad that you're so aware. I'm not joking. You people don't understand this. This type of small, detailed information of not only how many, but who is the most crucial information on us getting a solution, an adjustment mid round
Yeah.
to stomp these guys. And I'll give you an example I use all the time. Okay, where we hear 3 people, we don't know who it is. We're just like, yo, 3, it's 3. I hear 3. There's a lot, and then our teammate or you, let's say you're on B, you see a fucking clove here and a cipher. What does that mean to you? Super simple.
That beast like the weaker side.
Sure, but I'll take it a step further. Where are they going to end when there's 3A, but you saw the smokes and the sentinel on B?
Mm-hmm.
Where will they end?
That's like,
A or
yeah,
B? Where will they go?
probably A. Probably A.
You actually got it wrong. To me, they're going B. If they go A, can they smoke when Clove is B main?
No. No.
No, so how can they go A? How likely is it to go A without smokes? Not very likely. They gotta smoke tree. They gotta smoke heaven. No? And so
True.
you need to
If they
understand
strike,
that.
they just dash in though.
Yeah, and this is like a simple example, but by you being able to
Yeah.
pick up information like that. Wait, there's 3. They're trying. It looks like they're gonna go A, but I saw the smokes. Right? We know there's 3, eh? We know there's 2. You saw it. Let's say they're walking up a jump peak or whatever. But now we know who is there. Well, like these type of information is key, especially smokes player. That's what I use. Key information, like in terms of who is sentinels, okay, and also the smokes. Okay, and I'll give you another example. Let's say we've kind of seen Cypher kind of playing, like we kind of know he plays by himself a lot, right? Okay, and we see him
Like last
here.
game.
Yeah, exactly. We see him B main, and there's no noise across the map. Okay, we're just defaulted as defense, and our teammates are like, "Yo, it's really quiet." Like for the first 30 seconds, we have absolutely no information, and then you see a Cypher here, and you know he plays alone. What does that mean to you? Where are the
A.
other players?
Or mid.
Mm,
Probably A.
That's what I'm looking for. Most likely, and that's the key. Remember how we're talking. It's not definitive, like 100% A. Most likely, if you can identify that this guy
Yeah.
is alone a lot, and he's the lurker because he's the Cypher or Killjoy or the Chamber or Device, we automatically can go, yo, that's the lurker. Start stacking A. And that's the type of IGL I am, where this type of small information tells me what they're doing. And then obviously also I'm adding not just that, but information like my teammates are feeding me, what they're hearing, what I'm seeing on the minimap, right? And what I've seen before, my past experiences, my subconscious mind does that at this level these days, right? In your level, you might have to think about that a little bit. Pull it back in the back from the hat. But do you understand how this kind of information is important? And I think you can understand that why
Yeah.
and how. So
Mhm.
you need to start focusing on that. There have been times in a session or when I play, a Killjoy turret like is just like here like this, and I asked my student, I'm like, where is he? Where's the Killjoy going? And he's like, he's top mid. And I'm like, wrong. He's cat, and the guy's cat because he put it here like this, and then that means he's running to go this way to cover this side. No, and so these small details, by understanding not only what it is, but who and how it's placed, and picking up that type, you'll be fucking so elite. Okay, but anyways, we're getting carried away, so that's that. Okay, let's move on. Any questions? I hope some of that information will help you, but that's okay. So aim. Okay, sprayer. Okay, generally as a Vandal player, you shouldn't be playing like this. If you're a sprayer,
Yeah.
okay, split loud. You need to be playing Phantom. Okay, because you're gonna have a faster rate of fire. You're gonna have a because it shoots faster than a Vandal. The first shot, right? Look how slow it is versus this.
Yeah.
Much quicker. You got more bullets because spraying requires a lot of bullets. Also, the recoil control with a Phantom is much easier when you
Way
practice
easier.
it
Yeah.
than a Vandal. Vandal is like, bro, the spray is more crazy. Okay, and so the only benefit Vandal has is that the skill ceiling is higher actually because of the one tapping. Because you need more precision than this gun, right? And even at long range, one tap's not gonna kill him. You need to do two-shot bursts, right? So um, that's why this gun is more higher skill ceiling because Phantom is easier. But if you want to be a Vandal player, you remember this round here where you went here and killed two, the Phoenix and the Jet.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
went like this. But if you want to
Yeah.
kind of, and it was good, that was a good round, but it's still too slow. At this elo, it's fast enough, but at the higher levels, especially in pro, you're dead. You'd kill one guy, and this guy instantly just gonna one tap you, right? So you need
Yeah.
to be like this is how you should have killed him. You should have been like that, or like you burst and it's like this, but you're right. You see how like that time difference that will make all the difference in aim at this level because in
Yeah.
Valorant the time of kill in this game is very low. That means that kills happen in milliseconds. It's not like Overwatch and Marvel Rivals and Mecha Break where these fucking kills take 30 seconds to kill a guy because you're just all tracking and they have a lot of HP. This game it's gotta be fucking like boom 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 boom. Okay, so with Vandal, and we'll work on this at the end. I'll show you how to get better at being super elite with the Vandal with your two-shot burst. So one tap, two-shot burst, right? Anytime I can control that at any time. I want two shots, two shots. If I want one, it's gonna be one tap. If I want five-shot burst, it's gonna be a five-shot burst. Okay, I can always do this, and I will show you how to start incorporating this because your default is just this,
Yep.
and you're gonna die because you're also crouching, and that what does that do? It makes you stationary. You can't move. You're standing still, right? And so you're gonna die a lot where this guy just swings and he's just gonna tap you in the head. Okay, so you need to kind of get better at standing up, dead zoning. You know what dead zoning is, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like move, stop, shoot, move, stop, shoot, and that's at the base like slowest level. But you want to be at a level where like any type of movement you're kind of doing, anywhere you want to go, it's always going to be decently accurate, 80-90% accurate versus you going okay. So but we'll work out this at the end. So you're a sprayer. I'm not saying that it's bad to spray with Vandal, but you should not spray. If you're gonna continue to spray, you just do this because you're gonna get more kills faster at spraying with this, right? Because you have more
Yeah.
bullets, faster rate of fire.
Yeah.
It's very
Sometimes it depends on like what I'm feeling, because
sure.
sometimes I just play Vandal all game. Sometimes I just
Yeah.
have a full day of Phantom. You know.
Yeah, and that's fine. You're like me. I was the same where a lot of people are like, I'm a Phantom player, I'm a Vandal player. I'm both. I'm elite on both.
Yeah. Same.
But what is
I'm not elite,
important
but yeah, I play both.
what is important is that you switch. There's a flip. There's a switch that you need to flip. Okay,
Yeah.
when I'm on Vandal, I'm one tapping, two-shot bursting a lot. Okay, four-shot burst. Okay, and I'm standing up more. Okay, when I'm on Phantom, I can incorporate these crouch fighting and spraying five-shot bursts more. Okay, and yeah, so you just kind of have to flip that switch. When I play, and you can take certain things away as well as you get better when I show you some stuff on how to get better at spraying your shot, tap, two shot, five shot. There's sometimes where I'm Vandal and I'll spray too because I've controlled that through the Phantom. I got really good at spraying control with the Phantom. I just know where I want it, and then it transfers over. And same thing with Vandal. I got so good with one tapping where I got really good with one tapping with the Phantom. I just know how to instantly 2-shot burst to kill them, delete them with the faster rate of fire, right? So that's that with that some knowledge there you need to kind of understand, and we'll work on it at the end. Okay, any questions? We'll move on. The next thing is fighting anticipation is bad. I think your fighting anticipation is pretty good, even here where you're like, yo, 2 tree, 2 tree. Decision making was a bit slow, but you were like, yo, they're tree, and then you darted, he shot it, you killed a cipher, and then you killed another phoenix because you thought another guy was gonna peek. Whether that's through intuition, experience, noise, information, whatever, understanding pathing, I thought that's quite strong because a lot of people won't know. The average student will be like, where is he gonna come? Where is he gonna come? And they get like stuck in their thought process, and then they become hesitant, and they get scared, and then you know what I'm saying? Like they're kind of like
Yeah,
inefficient.
yeah.
And so I thought that was really good. That's a little bit pro note from you with aiming. Besides, even though you're a sprayer, a little bit of a body shot demon. Okay, so that's that. The next note is little bit of a body shot demon. Can delete though. You had glimpses of deleting them, right?
Mhm.
But and I will work on this, but why you're kind of body shotting them a lot is because you're crouching, and then
Yeah.
you're not accounting for that level change because when I crouch, it goes lower, no? And so when you
Mhm.
even when you crouch, keep it high, keep it still head level while you're doing it, and it'll be better, right? But you're like coming down with it, then you're pulling down, so then it goes further down. Does that make sense? So always kind of
Yep. Yep.
understand that, like always try to account for this level change.
Mhm.
It's all about like a little bit of a micro control in your mouse to understand and know what is head level crosshair placement, and then applying that always. And that's what we're going to talk about real quick right now. I think I wrote it here. Yeah, but the thing the next note I wrote is instant croucher. You're crouching a lot. Okay, and this is what I tell
Yep.
all my students is like, if we okay, at this level, where's most people's crosshair placement? Do you know, like low diamond, plat, low
Mm,
ascendant? Do you know? Is it perfect head
I,
level all the time?
not all the time, but it's most of them have a head level. I'd say.
Not you, but generally the general average player in this
Yeah.
level
Yeah.
is generally at the neck level. If this is head level, they're like around here. Usually, like
Mhm.
60-70% of people. And when you instant crouch, what does that do when their crosshairs neck level?
Get some headshot.
You're gonna get
Little micro
yeah,
adjustments.
you're gonna there you are falling into their crosshair. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because this is head
Yeah.
level. If you just peek this guy and then he's here, he's gonna shoot you in the body, you're not gonna instantly die. But if you instantly crouch and his crosshair level's here because he's a bad player, not good crosshair placement, you're gonna instantly die, which didn't happen this game. But I'm trying to let you know that so that way for future reference, because you're gonna be like, why did I die? A lot of the times it's the insta crouch, so understand that. I would like you to save your crouching type shooting, insta crouch, like primi type style shooting, once you're immortal or even like high ascendant 3, because that's the level where everybody's instantly on the head level no matter where they go. They just are aware, right? It's really solid. It's 9 out of 10 times it's head level instantly kill you, and when you do that, they have to adjust. They have to come back down a little bit back to the head level.
Mhm.
Sorry, neck level to kill you, right?
Yep.
So that's where I would save it, and I'll show you some movement stuff at the end. Like the resources will help you with your dead zoning, where you can start shooting, fighting up. Okay, so that's that. The next thing is crosshair placement. I think this needs work. I'm not saying it's terrible, but what I like, two tips I'm gonna share with you is that the first tip is you need to always remind yourself, is it head level? Okay, and I'll ask a question. Okay, we'll pretend this guy is here. Is this head level?
No.
Is this head level?
No.
No. And so whenever you're holding an angle or about to take a fight or what pre-aim, pre-fire something, ask yourself, is it head level? And if the answer is no, you simply have to adjust to the head level. And you and
Yep.
in the beginning you're gonna have to think about this. I did. I was like, wait, is this head level? Is this head level? But as you get better, it's automatic. You just understand where you need to hold, how the distance works, how things get like smaller and smaller with the farther it goes and stuff like that, and you just automatically know where to put your crosshair placement. Okay, so always tell yourself, is it head level, head level, head level, need to be head level, head level, head level. Okay, the other thing is as well is that you need to account for level changes. Okay, so this is head level, right? And so if I go down, is this head level anymore?
No.
No, this is head level, right? And if I go up, is this head level anymore?
Nope.
No. And so you need to understand, okay, this is head level because I tell myself, oh, it's head level, yep, and I'm going up. You need to slightly pull down. And then when you're going down, you got to slightly pull up. So it's like a mouse control. It's very subtle. It's not going to be a fucking big movement. It's super small in your fingertips. Always adjusting when I does not matter where I am. It's going to be roughly good. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect. You're just on head level, but you need to keep around it instead of down here because it's like head level and then oh, this guy just starts speaking, shooting him in the leg. Does that make sense? So I'm coming down and oh, still high level. Boom. I just know exactly where it is, right? So it's generally there.
Mhm.
It's like 80-90% there. So and then these that you see them, you'll peak. So always account for level changes. There's level changes all across multiple parts. So even here, right? Look, is that head level anymore? No, it's not. So
No.
this is head level. I gotta control it. You see? So it's like a small adjustment with your mouse. Okay, so that's one thing you need to understand. The second thing is there's sometimes certain, well, not sometimes, almost every map, almost every part of a map, sites, stuff like that. Okay, there are indicators around the map that show you what is head
Yeah,
level.
the references.
Boxes,
Mhm.
this line. Maybe not on this line. Yeah, maybe even then if you're like far away. But yeah, this is pretty much high level, no? Like this line. So even if you come
Yeah,
close,
yeah.
it's pretty much high level. Like you may come maybe a little bit below it, but I would like you to develop that. Okay, like there's no right or wrong answer, right? So like you can get really cool with maybe these lines on the bricks and you memorizing because you're like smart or whatever. I don't know. I don't really do that, but I just generally use like double boxes, right? Like this is high level boxes.
Mhm.
That's high level. Lines, certain lines like here, and I would like you to develop that. Okay, like even here. Sometimes I use this line. Like when I'm down here, I'm like, this is high level. Like I just know, right? So they'll be all across the map. Even sometimes these lines too, right? These are high level. So understand. Like sometimes even here, like not on the line, but maybe below it. Right. So you develop them, you find them, but the easiest things are boxes and lines. Okay. So that's that. Okay. Any questions?
Nope.
Okay, so that's how you get elite crosshair placement. It's good, but I want it elite. Right now it's like 6 out of 10. I want it fucking 11 out of 10. Instant deletions all the time. And that's what will help. It's your passive aim, right? So, oh, and I'll talk about this real quick as well as you got to understand to how to hold. There's two ways to really hold. Is to hold tight,
Oh
which
yeah, yeah.
99% people do, and it's wide. Pros, when I watch pros, Radiant players, they always opt to hold wide because they
I like
understand
that too, to be honest.
because they understand that generally people are coming out wide. Nobody's fucking jump peeking this every time, 9 out of 10 times. But
Mhm.
8 out of 10 times, people are swinging this shit, right? And you'll be here wide, bloop, dead. Even though people be like, oh, that's too
Yeah, and
wide,
I
that's
saw
too
like
wide.
it's
It's not. Yeah, go ahead.
I saw like somewhere that it's like easier to like flick back a little to
Yeah,
micro adjust than to flick like
yeah.
to the left away
Right,
again.
right. Yeah. To
Yeah.
for me personally, this is me personally. Everyone's different, but me flicking left is always harder for me. For some reason, going right for
Yeah,
me
I
is
feel
harder.
like that's the same for me.
Yeah, and I think it's something to do with the way our arm and forearm and the thumb and kind of that part of the anatomy is. But that's why I come wide, and it's like I can come this way easier. But if I'm here tight, like it's hard for me to
Yeah,
readjust that micro
that
to
just
come
feels
this way.
awkward.
Yeah, for me at least, everyone's a little bit different, but so,
Mhm.
anyways, pros tend to hold wide, so it's like automatically just gonna one tap them. And then also just understand that when you're gonna hold tight, is when you like feel, think, know that some guy's gonna walk out, or he's jiggling, he's gonna jump peek, or he doesn't know you're there and you think he's gonna walk out and you just like bloop, you kill him. Okay, that's the times you hold
Mhm.
tight. Or yeah, and then where he's like jiggling like this, he's like this. You're gonna shoot him in the head when you're tight, right? Uh, when you feel, think, know he's coming wide, or you hear him, or there's information, yo, somebody's coming back to you. He's gonna peek right now. Then you hold wide. You're gonna just instantly kill this guy every time. Okay, so that's some tips there, right? Some knowledge. All right, any questions?
Nope.
Okay, let's move on. Okay, now we're gonna get a little bit juicier. So remember what I said? Comms is really strong, right? And then your utility usage is really strong. I tried to say anything some bad stuff about your utility, but it's hard. One thing I could say is that
It
maybe
used to be really bad, to be honest.
and that's fine. Great. I'm glad you put so much work into it, and then you can see. Wait. You know, I've been working on it. I put work. Right. I've developed it. Keep that same process you did to get it to this level to get it more elite. Does that make sense? Okay, but
Mhm.
one thing I'll say is that I would like you to learn more lineups. I'm actually not much of a
Yeah,
lineup guy,
yeah.
but I want you to get in custom maps. If you want to go pro, this is what it takes. You gotta get in customs, develop your own lineups, learn the pro lineups. Watch VCT; they always give the best lineups because they're pros, obviously, right? Stuff like that, and learn them. Have them in your playbook for every map, every fucking site, every part of the site. Okay, where if I ask you, would that be a value if you knew that? What would the question? What would the answer be? Very
Yeah,
simple. Yeah, it's like
definitely.
it's fucking hands down. Absolutely, you'll be able to dart anywhere in any situation. Like that's super valuable, right? So that's what I would like you to kind of focus on as well. I think you could have used your shock darts more. You didn't use this as
Yeah,
much. This is your least used, and on defense, you just have to think about it like a deterrent tool. Maybe not a tool to kill people, but you hear a
or
lot B
stall.
main. Yeah, it's a stall. Stop damage. You'll at least do some damage, 30, 40 damage. Yeah, that shit adds up, right? So, especially if he's 1 HP. Obviously, if he's 1 HP and he's on a corner, you try to kill him, shit like that, right? Like that. But um, I would like this better. Get creative, bro. Sometimes I have so much fun playing Sova because I just randomly find uh, lineups because I use the bounces and I just try things and I try to see how angles work in this game and stuff like that, right? So I would like you to kind of work on these usage more. And what I usually tell my students that struggle with not being able to use it, like expend the utility, just bro, just throw it in the air, throw it in the corner, just waste it. Get comfortable with pulling it out, okay? And you will get better at not only using it. Oh, I started getting better at using it. Okay, now I kind of know how to bounce it and the angles and how they work, how I want it. You'll start thinking about how I want maximum value with this utility,
Yeah,
right? Don't you want to hit somebody for 75, which is the max damage?
of
Would you
course.
want to hit 4 people for 75? 2 times to kill 4 people with 2 shock darts? Yeah,
Yeah,
obviously that's not gonna happen very rarely, but that's how pros think. They're like, I want maximum value. Have you seen Radiant streams where this guy's just like, he's just waiting. He knows there'd be main. And he's just like, last second throws it and he hits 3 people, right? And that's what they're thinking about. Not to just use it. That's the first step, noobs. Is to start thinking, okay, how can I fucking kill this guy with it? How can I deter them? How can I do a lot with this type of utility? Have value for not only me, but my teammates to stall, to do damage, to weaken them, stuff like that. Okay, does that make sense? So I
yeah,
think your shock
yeah,
darts are weakest. Use them, waste them. Okay, and you're an agent. I usually tell them, bro, you have a drone, 2 shock darts, fucking use them if you've bought them before the round ends. I don't care. Waste
yeah,
them. Maximum value, little value, medium value. Use them. Don't save them. That's not the point for utility usage. Utility, just use them. Obviously, dart comes back, but you get my point, right? You make sure you're using it. Okay, that's that. The first note is drone usage is pretty good, especially on retake, bro. I'm
yeah.
not joking, bro. Like it's so good. I don't know. Like your fundamentals of playing Sova are very good. Not one time, and I had a Mortal 3. Okay, I have a VOD that released today. He's a Mortal 3, and his teammates were on the retake, and he's running out first, dying, and they lost the round. Bro, you are fucking diamond, and you do this better than him. Okay, you came here every time, and you drove. Yo, nothing heaven. Obviously, as well. Not only just go droning, and go like this in
Yeah.
terms of communication. Tell them, yo, nothing heaven. When I draw, I'm like, yo, nothing heaven. Yo, it's clear. Dice clear. Yo, Gen's clear. Yo, I'm going hell. Yo, one hell, one hell, one hell. That's how I'm talking like that.
Mhm.
I'm feeding information of not only just because there's nothing there, I don't say anything. Yo, nothing. You guys can start moving up. Come follow it. Okay, nothing close right here. I start pinging too. I'll use ping with my drone. When I can't like know the specific call out, right? Like under heaven, what does that mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, pinging. I'm like ping. I'm trying to ping, but I start pinging. So that's that. So feed that information. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Okay, and then tell yo Gen, one right side. Yo, it's one here, right here, and you start pinging. Okay, right here, boom, boom, boom. Okay, so do that. But this was really good, and you did it every time. It was consistent. You almost never missed a time on the retake to use the drone for info. So that was really good. Keep working on this. Keep feeding the information better. Yo, one logs, one logs. Remember that one time right here? You're like logs,
Yeah, yeah,
logs, and
yeah.
you came here and you've died. We'll talk about this. I wrote it down in the route.
Yeah, I did with.
But
Yeah.
I'll explain why you died. But still, you were like, yo, what logs, what logs? Ping him. Make sure you ping him, right? Because then you can, even
Mhm.
when you get off this, you'll see the red outline. Deet, deet, right? You'll know where he's moving or whatever. So that's really important. But yeah, your drone usage is very solid. I'll give it a 8 out of 9 out of it's immortal level, even better. Okay, just keep working on that. Okay, um, and then to add on to your drone usage, you can get creative too, right? Use it early. You don't always have to save it. You can use it early too in these like sweaty rounds where it's like no information going on. They're heavy default type style type team, right? We're gonna need some
Yeah, yeah,
information. A dart won't suffice because they might understand you're darting a lot, or they
yeah.
instantly break it with a lurker, or it's just one guy shooting. So you're like one guy, but it's like 4 people behind the guy, right? They'll do that at the higher levels. So they're not all 4 people going to shoot at the dart. So understand that. Okay, so you can use that, switch it up a little bit. Don't always save it, but I think saving it for retake is okay. But you're not going to always retake. That's the thing, right? So
Exactly. You'll
that's
know when you play the game, of course.
right, right, exactly. So I'll leave
If you
that up
play
to
your game
you.
correctly.
There's no right or wrong answer. I want you to kind of switch it up too. Get creative with using it early, mid round, retake stuff like that. Right. The next thing I wrote is that get better recon dart timings. I think it's pretty decent, but there'll be times where, let's say you droned early and you don't have the drone, so you can't even use that. You're here, hold your ground, okay, and then just get ready to throw the dart when they're coming in, stuff like that. Maybe you'll have like a softer one where like you're here, not charged it, but like a soft one to land when they're coming in, right? Or like main or whatever. So um, I want the timings a little bit better where, and obviously I understand you're not gonna get this 10 out of 10 times where you dart and they're coming out and it pings 4 people, but you have to think like that where it's like, yo, they're coming in, they're coming in. You guys ready? Yo, I'm gonna dart. Tell me. Or like, as they're coming in, you understand that you throw this, and then there's people tree just mowing them down because they start getting pinged, and you just like your teammate. You just set up your teammate. Does that make sense? It's not setting you
Yep.
up. You're not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be able to fucking kill people when
No,
you
yeah,
do the
of
start,
course.
but your teammates can use this. Okay, and they're like, "Yo, what the fuck? Four!" It starts gunning them down. There's edge there by you killing them like that, right? So I like that better. Think about understanding the noise, the feeling. Wait, they cut noise. Wait, okay, and then you have this out. Yo, they're coming out. They're coming out. I hear them. I kind of, smokes are going down. That's usually and also an indicator of when they're
Yeah,
starting to go in is when smokes go down. Obviously, they're not throwing them down for no reason, unless it's a very advanced fake where they're using both smokes.
yeah,
Sometimes that occurs. So that's one time you can use. Also, another timing is flashes. Once they start flashing, you know they're coming, right? So,
yeah.
so that's that. Sorry, crack my neck. But okay, let's move on. So I think utility usage is quite strong. Okay, I think your alt usage is good too. You're pretty good at understand. You can, but again, you could use this when they're coming in instead of using it when we're ready for retake, right? So use it when they're coming in. Like, yo, they're coming, they're coming. You throw that dart and you start throwing this bitch. So you don't have drone, or you do have drone. You save the drone. Then you can do this. You dart whatever. Let's say you have a lineup or whatever. You did it from here, okay, and then you can start droning for the retake, whether it's 5v5 or whatever. Does that make sense? So it's like a little bit of like synergy of putting these together and putting more theory craft in. I'll leave it up to you. I'm not gonna tell you like this is this and this. No, okay, just you develop that as you go and get better at it, improve, make mistakes, learn, think how you'll never do that mistake again, and apply it for next time. Okay, let's move on. Movement slash positioning. Okay, this part might get a little bit more iffy. Even though you're quite aware, you feed info well, you understand the macro, okay, our team, where they are, where we need to go, where the enemy are going, okay, the micro lacks a little bit. And I'll give you an example. Okay, this round, when you said, yo,
Mm-hmm.
they're going all
The first
fucking
one.
mid, you were just
Yeah,
sitting here AFK doing nothing and your teammates died. And I'm pretty sure you
yeah,
still won this round. I wrote it down.
yeah,
Round
yeah.
12. I'm pretty sure you clutched. This is the round you clutched. Can you check for me in your post match
Okay, one
history?
sec.
Round 12. I'm pretty sure this is the round you
Round
won where you
12.
ulted the Sova on A
Oh, yeah,
and then
yeah,
they went
yeah. Got the
crazy.
jet and the
That's that
phoenix. Oh,
round,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
but what I would like to say is like you shouldn't be in that position. If you were just
Mm-hmm.
here and ready and understood, yo, they're coming up mid, and oh, that's bad. But I thought I should do that. I can't. But you go like this, and then or you play over here, and the pings fuck, cause remember your teammate saw him in his POV on the minimap. I saw it when he peeked here. There was fucking 4 people here. You even heard them.
Mm-hmm.
You did nothing.
Yep.
You just sat here. and you just called it. But you should have thrown a dart. You should have maybe droned prior to them running up. Maybe you should done your shock darts, some shit like whatever. I'll leave that up to you. It's all situational. There's no right answer. But you should have even been here. Or what I would have done from your position is stay here, look at my mini map, see a red question, see 4 red question marks here. I just start fucking spamming this shit. Will that not hit at least some people if there's 4 people there? It probably
Percent,
will, right? So you gotta use it's like a little bit map knowledge too, like understand this is wall bangable,
yeah.
looking here, and then you spray, and you'll be surprised. This is like a high level thing. There's some times where I know where to shoot because I look at the mini map. Like there's a smoke, like I'm like like right here, and then like there's like whatever. Maybe this is a better example. I'm like here, and then there's a smoke. They smoke tree off. I'm here, but my teammate like jump peeked heaven, and he sees a guy like right here, and I'm looking at the minimap, and then I generally can gauge where
Yeah,
that
yeah,
area
yeah.
is, and I just start spamming him, and I get a kill. Right, so you kind of have
Mhm.
to add that little concept in your mind, like by you being like, wait, in this specific round, like, wait, 4 minutes, just start fucking spamming this bitch because you can see it on the minimap, and you probably would have very likely got a kill, but you sat here, AFK, let your teammates start fucking taking a trade. And now I'm in a 1v1 situation where you got kind of lucky. I'm gonna be honest, because this
Yeah,
Sova
yeah,
is
yeah.
terrible. Where he
I had
got
no clue
pinged.
where he was.
Exactly, you don't know where the fuck he is.
I knew he was side, but
Yeah.
no idea
And
where.
and did he get pinged on the first one? The first ult?
No,
No, it's the
no, it was
second one. He ran into your fucking ult somehow.
yeah.
Because you should never. Right, so you got a little bit lucky, and I'll be honest, against good players, it would have been really hard for you to clutch this round because he would have never died to your ult because he sees it coming,
Exactly.
especially when he dodges it the first time. It's gonna be easier to dodge it again, and even if he gets hit by the third time after dodging it the first and second, he won't die. It's only
No,
80,
obviously. Yeah.
right? So there's a little game sense involved, and so you would have been in a much rougher position. But these guys are terrible. You got away with it, but you should have destroyed them here and at least be a 2v1, and then you guys can play off that where it's man advantage, and that's obviously an advantage, right? So,
It
um,
shouldn't have been a 1v3 there.
yeah, but it's like a little bit of your awareness was good though. You understood that they were
Yeah.
coming, and it was like instant, but the positioning was bad. That's why I put it here, and like a little bit game sense, map knowledge. Like you should just start spamming this, okay, or just being like, "Yo, they're coming up!" Like before, like you hear it maybe, like, and also your positioning was bad because you started here and you started running off, but maybe you should have came down earlier, or maybe you could have even left this way, and then be over here,
Yeah.
where then you can hear them and then be a little bit closer. But you gave it up too quickly, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like free,
Yeah.
like no
Definitely.
resistance at all. You didn't even try to like this, and throw them off a little bit, like and that's the thing, when you show some presence here, like let's say the 2 people swing and you're here shooting a little bit, jiggling, taking a battle.
They won't be that aggressive
Yeah,
anymore.
they won't feel happy to go 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 go. Like they're gonna expect that you can shoot somewhat and have off angles, and they're gonna be a little bit more vigilant. They may even need to start spending utility to clear this area, right? Because they don't want to
Yeah.
die. There's a person can kill 3 people, especially on defense, right? So, and I'm glad you understand that. So don't give it up for free so quickly. And I'm gonna send you some clips that will explain this further. I don't want to get too into it, because it takes
Do
quite
you
long
do
to
you
break it up. Yep.
remember where I do you remember where I came from? Like at the
From
in the
what
rounds?
I remember, I could be wrong. My memory's a little bit bad, but from what I remember, you started somewhere here, and then you started leaving,
Is that the
or you
rounds?
came from
I don't
here.
remember.
I wrote it down. It was round 12, so you can look. Can you check where you
Can I
started?
see it then?
If you
Can
get a
I see it?
kill, or your teammates get a kill, you can see your
Oh
positioning.
yeah.
So I think you're
Okay, okay.
market mid. From what I
When
remember.
our when our ISO died, I was spawn. Yeah, and when the clove died,
Try to see like
was
kills
spawn.
before that, before
Yeah.
your ISO died, because that's when they were running up, right? Was there any kills
Uh,
before ISO or no? What's the
yeah, yeah,
first
yeah.
kill?
There
Look at the
were.
first kill, and then you
First
can,
one was Cypher on Phoenix. I
and,
played
and then
like
you.
backside of tree, like close to going
Okay,
heaven.
so oh, you're on
They were
A.
spawn.
You were on A.
Yeah, I was on A.
Okay, yeah. So you came from A to came this way. For some reason, there was a
Then
different
they
round where
killed
you.
Clove in. Oh yeah, yeah. Then they killed Clove in market. There were 5 mids.
Yep, yep, yep. And then you
Then
came here.
me and Iso were in spawn.
Yeah, and then ISO was here, right, on this thing, and then you were
Yeah,
like here.
Ice
Like
got pushed up and
yeah, and
was
then you were
played
here.
in spawn.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm confusing the round where you and the Clove ran up and killed this
Yeah, we
guy
killed the
here.
Phoenix there. Yeah.
That's the round I'm confusing that part with. But
Yeah, me too. I
you were
confused
still
that.
over here. But yeah, so that point where I said be up close will not be as valid here. But even then, if even if you started cat right? And you started here, and you had a presence, and you're fighting them, or you didn't have a presence at all, but you used information. You heard fucking five people run by mid. You just go look tiles. You look top mid real quick, and then you just jump down, and you have a timing. You start fucking murdering these guys from behind. You can even walk down if you want to do it silently. But if they're taking contact, I'd rather you do it quickly because they're gonna be preoccupied, right? They're not gonna be understanding quickly enough, especially at this level, that you're coming behind them. They're too slow to react. Higher levels it'll be instant, but that's what I do. Like when they're not taking contact, I go slow because they're gonna be aware. But when they're fighting and busy and there's utility and shit, I just start running behind them. I just start killing them and then they're all dead. Okay, so
Mhm.
and that's fine. So that's just like a future note thing too. But you came from A side, but even that you could have been over here. You could have been with your ISO to get ready to swing with him. Make that call as a good
Yeah.
IGL. Yo, double swing. Or, this gets smoked off. You look at the mini map. There's maybe a guy on B on switch seeing them. You just start spraying. You're looking at the mini map and then generally know where
I
they
think
are.
it's the lack of like confidence there because there
Yeah,
were like jet smokes. There was a
sure.
clove smoke, I think, if I remember, and
Yeah,
then
and it's
I heard a
scary.
lot of steps.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
super scary. But the best players in the world don't shy away from that. They
Yeah.
feed into that. They
Take the
want
risk.
to not die. That's not my point. But they want multiple people here so that way they can kill multiple people. Okay, even especially if there's a smoke here, they're gonna try to make a play to try to get some kills, some damage, stuff like that. Does that make
Mhm.
sense? So,
Yeah.
that's that. But yeah, there's multiple options. There's no really wrong answer. But and this is the learning moment in time where you came here, they're coming mid, you've good, really instant feeding information, processing that information, you kind of understood they're trying to go B, right? At least, and then you off understanding that with what you've read, what you know, information you've processed, make a better decision. All you have to do is in this moment be like, fuck, I just sat here AFK. Man, I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have started spamming earlier. Okay, maybe I should have been with the ISO, just double swung with him. Okay, maybe maybe I could have made that wrap play here if my teammates held him
Yeah.
here. Is that possible?
Like
Did
think
that?
about it.
Yeah, you have to at least think about these options. Maybe I could have went to B and try to get ahead because with this information at hand, very likely it seemed like at least at the base level they're trying to go B. Maybe I could have came here and positioned myself for when they're coming out and I just start gunning them down. Could that be possible? Is that in the timing? Is it too slow? Is it too long? You got to think about these things like that and then apply it for next time. Does that make sense? Like that tool I told you.
Yeah.
So that's all. Okay, and that's why I say there's no wrong answer because as long as you're theory crafting and multiple option and why this kind of could be the better option because it logically makes more sense in terms of timing. Okay, what you could have done, more production you can get, more value you can get, is important. Okay, so let's move on though. So round three, and we're gonna break down this round. I think we already did, so we don't need to. But round three needs to trade the Phoenix, but he hesitates a bit to swing or take the fight right here. Okay.
Yeah. I
Remember
don't
the
remember what was round three again.
he
Oh yeah, yeah,
there's
yeah,
the
yeah,
Phoenix comes
yeah.
wide. He get or I
Then
think
the
I
close
can't
flash.
remember if it was it's in the VOD, so it's there. I could be wrong, but
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was your Phoenix's flash or his flash. But there was a flash, and you got semi blinded, and he was like blinded, and he died, and I think he had a gun, and you had the sheriff, and you did the jiggle, and then you backed up.
And I missed the fear. Yeah.
Yeah, and you
Yeah. I
backed up.
think I saw Clove running as well there,
Right.
so didn't really want to fight that.
Yeah, and I would just, but when I'll be honest, when I saw it on the mini map, like this
Hmm.
sequence where he came wide and I was staring at the mini map and you were here tucked, I saw one guy swing, and to me that should, and he was like, it was like one guy for a while, like a second and a half, and I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
that's low, but that should be the timer to swing with him because he's alone. It's a 2v1 for that 2 seconds, and if you can kill him by swinging with him and killing him while he's busy killing this guy, you'll successfully trade him, and then you come back. Right, and there'll be times where you get instantly traded because they swinging while you're killing him. But we're theory crafting at that point, right? But does that make sense? So
Yep.
I would like you to kind of think about that. But you, be honest, you baited this guy, and there's a lot involved. Like it wasn't. Did you say anything? I don't remember. I don't remember you guys talking about making this play.
Uh,
From what I remember, it'll be in the VOD, so you'll 100%
yeah,
know.
me neither. I don't
But
remember
I
that.
don't remember really you saying, "Yo, we're gonna fight this together," right? And if you make
Was it
that
round 3?
round three,
No, it
that's
was round 4. Round 4.
is it round four?
Yeah, it was round 4. Round 4.
Okay, okay, sorry, I miswrote it. I don't know why I wrote round three. Okay, so it was round four. Sorry. I guess because I saw 3 rounds at the top, I wrote that. But yeah, so
Oh yeah,
round
4.
four, yeah. So, but the
Yeah.
key is that the positioning here, and there's a lot involved. Mental side, confidence, right? You were a little bit scared that you're gonna die, right?
Yeah, because I
And
already like shot 2 bullets and
yeah,
missed
yeah.
both.
You were like this,
Yeah.
and then you gave up, gave back, and that's fine. But that's not what I'm looking at. What I'm looking at is that when this guy was here fighting this guy, that's what your cue to swing. But you swung when this guy died. He died, then you went for the 2 shots. He's out fighting, then you instantly swing. Or you can even use like a little bit of like utility usage knowledge. He's out, he gets blind, you immediately swing because you know somebody's gonna fight him or try to kill him, right off that blind, right? So that's what I really that's what I'm trying to say is that you should have immediately came out and started fighting this guy instead of waiting. And I know like this discrepancy in time is like milliseconds, right? Seconds, right? But this makes all the difference where you could have just came out, killed this guy, come back. Now it's even man count instead of they're up a man, right? So and then let's say they leave this area too, you can go and get this gun, right? It's like a little bit of like
Yeah, yeah.
value down the line as well. Obviously, we're theory crafting. You have to kill him to do that, but I really feel like you could have killed this guy. Very good chance by just baiting this guy, soft bait him, let him go, and then just instantly peek and kill this guy. Pre-aim and with your crosshair placement and kill him. Use the mini map. Okay, like he comes out wide, he's fighting. Look where he is. If he's here, you know to look and pre-fire here using the mini map thing I told you, like with the whole example here, right? The mini map will kind of tell you generally where their positioning is. If he's here, and you see that on the mini map, you're not gonna pre-fire here. You're gonna be getting ready to swing out here. All right, so kind of use that look and then instantly trade this guy. Okay, so that's that. Nothing crazy. So this round I wrote round 4, so this must be round 5. But can you check for me? He's
Yeah, what happens?
he rounds the market corner after knowing the guy's logs, and he also doesn't pre-aim and dies. This is the round where you droned out, and then the Sova
The
was
log
there.
guy.
This is the
Yeah,
Sova. This
that's
is
round 5.
round 5, right? Okay, let me rewrite that. So
Yeah.
yeah, I had the rounds pushed back because I'm brain dead right now. But okay, so again, utility usage was good on the retake. They had sight, no, and then you droned out. You're clearing. I would like it a little bit better, maybe. Like you were kind of like staring
Yeah, I
at
was a
this
bit
Sova.
uh,
Like you just went
yeah.
like Sova. You're just stuck here, right? Go like this. Clear here quickly, then come, and then you start looking everywhere else. Maybe even get the main if you
Yeah.
want. Okay? Because stairs and lane is not as important, right? Because we're gonna kill these guys on
Yeah.
the retake, or there's a big emphasis here to look here, and as soon as it's clear, like we just know their sight gonna be here, 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 and boat else, right? Simple deduction.
Mhm.
So that's why I'd like you to probably from here, this specific round, just go like this, and then start making your way like this, and then call it. Okay, yo, nothing close right. Nothing close right. Stairs on market. Nothing close right.
Yeah,
Yo, nothing left. One logs.
like
One
that.
logs. One logs. And then you start going to main. Nothing main. Nothing main. And then
Mhm.
we just
Like going for
automatically know.
tunnel vision
Yeah,
on the
cause
Sova.
there's like a tunnel vision here. Even though the action of
Okay.
droning here was good, you're like Sova, and it just went here forever, right? And then you ping them. So or you tried to, and I think you missed from what I remember.
I missed.
Yeah, yeah, and that's
Yeah.
probably another mistake. You need to hit him there. He's fucking crouching here in a corner like this. You can't miss him because that'll help you kill him. You'll just know exactly where he is. You can even spam him. You can also spam him through here. Understand that,
Oh
okay?
yeah, true.
So you can kill him like that, and that's what I do. I don't need to see him here. I start spamming down here too. Sometimes they instantly die because their head's gonna be right there when they crouch, right? And right, like look,
Yep.
so they're dead. So it's a little bit of like map knowledge, but it's fine. But anyway, so what I wrote is he rounds the market corner after knowing the guy's locks, and he also didn't pre-aim it and died. You went like this
Yeah, yeah.
instead of
I feel like that's because
yeah.
I
Go
had
ahead.
a little bit like mouse room that just
Sure.
didn't feel right
Yep.
for
Yep.
some
Yep.
reason.
Okay.
I should have readjusted
Yeah.
that
Yeah. Yeah.
before
Pick
peeking.
pick your mouse up a little bit. I don't know how big your mouse pad is.
Yeah,
I have a full desk mouse pad,
I
so I
have a big
never.
one. Yeah, me
Yes,
too.
yeah. So I never run out of space. But you could go two ways about this. I think the first best way after you cleared this with the drone, because we don't need to come out and jiggle this anymore, right? Because
No.
we know nobody's there. Is you just slice the pie,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then you're like, wait, nothing's holding me, nothing's here, and then you come out and kill this guy, and you add that crouch if you want, or just come out swinging, dead zone, right? But you just went, you had no regard for this angle holding you, or he could peek you, or this angle as well. Because people play off angles, right? They play like this sometimes. Like noobs play like this. But you're gonna get killed a lot. Better players are an off angle where they're not seen, but they can still get to come out to logs or coming out down low, right? And so, you had to have some regard for that. Let's theorycraft. Let's say, okay, you knew nobody was there because you droned like the way I showed you, right? Then, okay, then you just fucking come out here. It doesn't even matter if your back is turned. You just pre-aim, pre-fire this guy. That does that make sense? If you want to spray, if you want to tap, just get ready for the micro adjustment, right? But you're rounding the corner, and when you do that, he can see you first. Okay, even though he reacted very slowly, I would like you to just come swinging out like this, and you would have instantly killed this guy. Okay, even it would have had a good chance, even if you whiffed, to adjust and kill him. Does that make sense? But and understand this. This is a general fundamental thing you need to understand with corners. Rounding them like this is the worst thing you can do. If this
Yeah.
guy's top mid, you never want to be peeking like that, pressing W key. You always need to be coming horizontally, A, D, right? Even if this guy is here, you shouldn't be rounding the corner to find him like that. You should be putting your, obviously I'd recommend you slice the pie to get to that angle, and then you get ready to swing wide. Okay, but you're kind of doing this a lot, and you're gonna die because they're gonna see your shoulder, right? Can I see this cat guy?
No.
No, I can't, but he can see you. When you were here, he can see you, no? If he's right here, he's gonna see your shoulder, so you're gonna die before you see him. And that's why when you watch the pros, they're always slicing the pie. They're, do a little bit better. Okay, they add a little crouch to it, and then they're coming out horizontally. And also understand, generally, if you're closer to the wall, oops, you're actually faster as well. When you swing like this, like let's say this guy's here,
Yeah.
if you swing like close to the wall, it's actually faster in his
Way harder for him to
yeah,
shoot.
yeah, it's way harder for him to shoot. It's just like how like latency, ping, and information gets, and just how the game was made. Like, it's way quicker on his screen. It's like more like it's harder for him to react. But if you're farther and you swing like here and like he's there, he can actually see your shoulder first. And there's a time and place to knowing when to be close, when to be far, right? So I'll leave that kind of up to you. But generally, I think when you know where he is, it's better to be close on the wall so you can pre-fire, jiggle him, right? And then he'll like maybe hit your leg or shoulder, and he won't one tap you. Long is like maybe more for off angles or slicing the pie, isolating angles. Does that make sense? Because you're not gonna isolate an angle like here. Right? Like he's gonna
No.
see you right here. So yeah, I think that's kind of how you can look at it. Longer is like isolating off angles, right? And using off angles, right? Like being on an off angle like this. Okay. But if you know where he is, it's like pre-fire jiggling, trying to get information. Just stay close to the wall. Okay. So that's that. Any questions? Round five.
Nope.
But yeah, so I just think again, remember, like I said, like we know where he is, right? So should we be close to the
Yep.
wall? Yeah, and then move horizontally. But or you want to slice the pie on him, just stay a little bit farther back, right? But even then, I would suggest you just go like this and fucking kill shit this guy. Even maybe could have, maybe there's a lineup here. Nope. Let me see if it's a little bit. Yeah, it would have hit him. Probably do 50 damage, right? You know he's here. I can't remember if you had your shock darts. I'm pretty sure you did though. But yeah, right? You gotta shoot.
Can I see that?
I don't know. I don't think you can. It only shows kills, but you'll see it in the VOD. So if you didn't have it, all good. Different. It doesn't matter. But if you
Yeah.
did, you probably could have also used this option too. Well, it's got to be a little bit more, like that. Yeah, it'll hit him. Okay, so that's that. A little bit, a lot of theory crafting. That's it. Just trying to optimize your game. That's all. Right. Be aware of your utility. So that's that. Let's move on. Round 12. He needs to
Yeah.
help the team. Oh yeah, we already broke this down. So we pretty much broke it down. You started here, got over here. The Clovis market, ISO was here. Multiple options. you kind of just think about this moment in time. I've already kind of told you what I would think if I made this mistake, which is like, okay, maybe I could have double peeked here with that, call that obviously. Yo, ISO, swing, I'm swinging. I got a dart for you, swing, swing, swing. Right? Okay, depends on what type of utility you have. You could have maybe been a bit more aware and got here earlier, knowing that they're coming down, or your tree area, okay, and apply what I told you was just at the start of the round. I'll show you a clip too that explains this further. It's like a 2-minute video, but start aggressive early. Don't start back here, start of the round, and let them have everything for free and not know what the fuck's going on. Start here, gain info. Okay, same thing on A. Don't start on site, start main. That way we can listen, or start switch area. Start right here. Right, and then back up to a secondary position. Okay, there's a lot here coming. I've decided I'm gonna go here. Okay, now they're taking the side. There's utility. The third position is hell, etc., etc. Like pre-plan these things. I'm on cat. I peeked. Nothing there. Okay, I'm gonna sit here. Okay, now I hear a lot running off. I'm gonna hold an off angle, hold my ground. Or if I wasn't there and I hear a lot, I'm gonna have an off angle, try to kill them, and if I cannot handle that because they're throwing flashes and pushing me off, my secondary position is here, my third position is here, maybe it'll be up here. Do you understand? Like,
Yeah,
start
yeah,
front then move back. Don't start in the middle then have to move forward or backwards. You understand? Because
yeah. Make a plan.
yeah, because if you and you develop this as you play and get better, like it'll become natural where you just always start on the barriers, and that's what you see with pros and in their games on Radiant streams. They don't start back here waiting for shit to happen. Even in sweaty games, they start on the barrier to see what they can get away with. Does that make sense? Because if
Yeah,
you're here
yeah.
and there's nothing, what options do you have? Super simple. There's many. Let's say we
Big
started
cat.
cat, right? And we're like, wait, nothing, guy, nothing mid, guys, nothing mid. What options do we have?
Big cat.
Yep, peek cat, maybe top mid. We can clear top mid. We can walk down. No, we know they're A. We can flank them from A. No, we know they're B. We can go tiles to flank them. We can sit here if we figure out they're not going in. No, is this not a
If
value
you like, if
positioning?
you like, if you like want to flank and you see they have like, for example, Killjoy, Vice,
Mm-hmm.
Cypher, whatever, Chamber. Like, would you still flank, shoot the trip, and keep going, or would you like
Um,
stay
yeah. So
back? Would you
so
shoot the trip, go back?
yeah. So that's all. It's a little bit a lot involved with that type of things. It's situational awareness involved because um and we're gonna get into that. This is the next note. Okay, so I'll explain it then. But does this make sense? Where like if you got here because you had
Yeah,
an aggressive position and there's nothing there, or no killjoy turn, and you got here, this is mega value, right? We can hear people rotating through spawn. People come here and not even clear you. You just fucking trigger discipline. Three people start walking. They smoke bottom mid. They want to go cat. And you tell, yo, they're mid. They're mid. I have them. I have them. You're just watching three people walk by you. Boom, 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 boom. Right? It's super mega value. So that's why you have to understand that starting up close, then going back or forward from this positioning by realizing what you can get away with is more important. Okay, does that make sense? Okay,
yep.
and this is where we'll talk about what your question was. I wanted to save it, so I didn't want to like lose track of this point, which is very important. But the next point is needs to take space more. Okay, this is what I
Yeah.
wrote. It'll be in the notes. Okay, and what is taking space to you? What is your definition of taking space?
Mm, like making sure that it's a secure area or something. Like you know that it's clear.
Sure, you know that is clear. And what is it that you? What do you get from knowing it's clear? What is that? Knowing
You
it's
can
clear.
make plays by it,
Sure, but what
and
is that at a
you can
base
predict
level?
where they are,
I'm trying to
what they're
not.
gonna do.
Sure. What is that as well? I'm trying to not give you the answer. I'm trying to see if you can get it. What is that? Knowing
Uh,
what is clear, knowing where they are, knowing what they can do. What is that? Super simple. To an IGL. Think about an IGL. What is that? What do you feed?
Information, info.
Information. Is that not
Yeah.
information? It is information on the absolutes, the definitive. It is 100%. This is clear. Nobody's gonna kill me. I am not dead. I have a main. Right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so this is really important. And this is what I'm gonna tell you. Okay. Um, this is what I kind of developed, like how I put it into words, how I think about maps. Okay. But it's the rule of thirds, I like to call it, or the rule of sections. You can maybe call it like that. Okay. 10 out of 13 maps, which Ascent falls under, okay, the map is in thirds, rough thirds. They're not perfect thirds, okay, rough thirds. So
Yeah.
A main, okay, mid, B, B spawn, site, main, their spawn, A main, main, site, our spawn, mid, same thing, top mid, middle mid, bottom mid, their spawn, our spawn, rough thirds, right? And I'll ask you a
Yeah.
question. We take space because we started on the barrier. We got away. There's nothing here. We kind of think, feel, or know there's nothing here. And we get here and we're like, yo, nothing A. Where are they? Generally, don't be specific. If we know
B.
we're up to here, where are they?
B.
B. Where else? Somewhere here, right? B main,
Mid.
link. Where else? And
Good.
mid. And good, right? Mid. No, we know that they're generally mid or B. And let's say I'll give you a more specific example. You're the A main guy. One guy's tree, one guy's mid, and we got two mid B. And it was a slow round, not much information going on, very sweaty. And you got here feeling it out, and you're like, wait, okay, guys, I'm walking down. I'm taking space, and then still nothing's happening. No information is being fed, nothing's being seen. You're like, yo, I have A. Where are they? No brainer. They're here or here, whichever one. We don't know if there's 5B, 4B, 1 mid. We don't know that yet, right? In this example, you will in your games though, because there's minimap and information being fed. Just a simple example, but that's that, right? You see how that works, right? We have the one section, A third. We know they're in the two other thirds. I'll give you another example. The same thing, same example, same groundwork of how the round's going. You come here, yo, nothing A, absolutely nothing A, and you start walking. I'm walking, guys. Wait, be patient. I'm getting info, and then you come here. There's nobody. Nothing mid. Absolutely nobody. Where are they?
B.
Good. Okay, I'll give you
Maybe
another.
bottom mid, but
Sure,
B.
sure. Okay, but generally, right? Obviously, you're gonna
Yeah.
understand that by clearing and coming more and more, right? Give you another example. Same thing's happening on A, like I showed you. You took space on A, and your teammate also does the same from B. He started here, barrier. You feel nothing here. I'm gonna test. Yo, I'm walking out B too, and you're calling. Yo, I have A. He's like, yo, nothing. And he comes up here, maybe up to here. Where are they? And you're like, here.
It's
No brainer. They're mid. And I'll give you one last one where you need to get this with your hands and ears and eyes closed. If you can't get this wrong, there's problems. And I know you'll get it, okay? But it's the same thing. A, yo, nothing A. Teammate from mid does the same thing. Or cat, yo, there's nothing mid. What the fuck? Okay, same thing on B.
Yeah.
Yo, nothing mid. Nothing B. Nothing B. Taking space. Yo, nothing mid. A, B. Where are they? Super simple.
spawn.
Spawn. AFK spawn. And obviously, you won't experience that. Okay, you will on maps like Icebox. When they default, they're in their spawn pretty much, right? So
Yeah.
those are like those. There will be those type of maps where they actually are in spawn when you guys have all
And
thirds.
like Lotus sometimes.
Yes,
Like a
Lotus
common
is
name or
exactly
something.
good. So Lotus is exactly that's another example I was gonna say is Lotus. When they default, they're fucking in their spawn. And so when you take B main, they take B main, that box where the door is, A main control,
Yeah.
and C mount. We just know they're defaulting in spawn, right? So, that's that. But this is the rule of thirds, where we have one third, one section, we can automatically deduct where they are. Generally, we don't know how many or who, but we kind of know where they're leaning or are generally. And you can use that in any combination. We have A third plus mid third, they're B. We have B third plus mid third, they're A. We have A plus mid, they're B. I don't know if I said that. If we have all three, they're in their spawn. We have mid only, that means they're A or B. That's a little bit different scenario, right? Because we have to be
Yeah.
careful of the links now, right? So it's a simple math deduction thing once and information is involved, where we've gathered information, like I told you. Okay, guys, it's clear. We know which third we have control of, right? That's the information. And once we know that, we generally know where they are. Guys, they're mid or B. I have A. And once we know that as well, we generally know what we can do. And I'll give you a very simple example I use all the time. It's very simple, so don't feel like this is like advanced, but it's very simple. We have A. You walk down. You're like, guys, same groundwork. Everybody's sweaty, no information, okay? You come here. Yo, nothing A. You're like, wait. I'm going to peek mid. Let me clear for you. You cleared it. Where are they? You know there's nobody here. You get up to here.
B.
Right. And if they are B, let's say you come up to here now, you've cleared tiles too. You're like, yo, I think they're all B main. What can they do with us generally knowing where they are? What will we know they can do?
They can fall back.
Sure. And what else? There's two options really. Super simple.
Fully push.
They can go in or they can come back. No?
Yeah.
And when they come back, will you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you will. Through contact. As in, you kill one, they kill you. You kill two, they kill you. You kill three, they kill you. You kill all of them, and you win the round. Or you simply just die. Right? Like, they'll
Yeah.
just immediately kill you. You get unlucky. You're walking, this guy just swings and kills you. Okay? And obviously, you'll also know through noise. If they're all here by you controlling the thirds and the sections, you're like, yo, I'll be main, I'll be main. And your teammates successfully stall them. There's smokes, there are fucking three people there because of you taking that space, they immediately stacked B, right? And they start spamming, deterring, stalling them. And you hear them run off, you will know. There'll be times at the higher levels they don't run off, they contact off, right? So
Yeah.
you'll take that contact, like I explained, where you kill them and they kill you, or you die, or you kill all of them, or whatever, many, and then you'll be like, yo, they're rotating, they're leaving, they're leaving. Okay, or you just successfully kill two and you come back and you're holding, yo, they're stuck, I got them contained, right? So that's why it's important to take space. Something as simple as us just walking down to flank. That's what we can deduct. You see how it all added up, where you're like, yeah, it's just
Yeah.
kind of control, but yeah, what are we gonna do with that control? So you can't just go brain dead by knowing we have A. You gotta understand where they are, and that's why the rule of thirds come into play. Okay, we have A, they're mid or B. Okay, now I have the A and mid. Okay, they're either spawn, which is very unlikely, or B main. You see how that works? And then by knowing that, we know where they are and we know what their options are. And then obviously information comes into play in this specific example where like you got to know if they're coming out through your teammates telling you or you looking at the minimap and seeing if they're actually out or they're being stalled. Or you got to process that information very quickly. Does that make sense? And then you can start thinking. And there's other factors too. You may take space, okay? And then a lot of people struggle of knowing when I need to start going or leaving or staying or containing or committing. And that I'll leave up to you. But generally, how I look at it is information, the minimap. If I come here and it's quiet and I know there's five stuck here and my teammates are successfully stalling, waiting for them, I'm not gonna run behind them, right? Does that make sense?
No, there's no
Logically,
point.
there's no point. They're gonna be aware. They're gonna hear that because it's quiet. They're waiting. So I keep waiting, and there'll be times where, and conditioning is involved too. Let's say 3 rounds in a row, I've committed on them here every time, and they know, they're
Yeah.
aware, and they expect that I don't commit. I just wait for them to come out or come back, then take that fight. I'd be more patient. Does that make sense? But let's say there is no conditioning involved, as in I've never showed this play ever. I go because it's so unpredictable. But if I've shown it before, I tend to wait and try to see if they're waiting for me, right? But so there's some conditioning involved. Also, if there's another thing where there's a lot of noise, I hear fucking 3 people spamming main. My teammates are telling me that, and I'm here, and they're trading out, and I see on the minimap the jet has dashed, switch to close, and the flash is coming out. I just start fucking running even though they're main. I may
Yeah.
slow down a little bit here once the noise dies down. But if there's a lot of noise, a lot of shit going
They're
on,
not gonna notice.
it's gonna be hard for them to notice. There's some good players that will still notice and hear that me running.
Yeah.
But it's very
But
rare though. Yeah,
especially in like that, most people just either don't even talk. Like maybe
right.
one person knows,
Good.
but like
Yeah, they might not even feed that information. This guy's
yeah.
tilted. He doesn't give a fuck. He's got no communication skills. He's
Because
just
in
bad.
our team in that game, it was pretty close because the
Yeah.
Clove got mad at the Phoenix for peeking mid there and dying.
Right, exactly. But you told him
That
what?
could
You're
have
like,
ended
yo,
the
come back,
round.
come back.
Yeah,
Right?
it's
You not only looked at the information, processed that, and added a little bit of win condition and situational awareness to tell him to come back. Because you knew if he just walks down by himself, it's bad. So you're like, come back, come back, come back. Let's kind of feel it out. Then go together. Once there's information across the map somewhere else that leads us to understand that he's alone. Right? And then that's what happened. And you guys fucking shat on this kid. Right? Even though it was, I think you guys traded him out, but still. Right? So these are kind of
Phoenix in the corner.
Yeah, like I can't remember if your clove died when you
No,
guys
I
went.
think the clove killed that guy.
Yeah, yeah. But I don't remember. I don't remember if like he died and you killed him because you were shooting at him too, right?
No, he killed him.
Yeah,
He
but he
killed him.
killed him. So yeah, but
Yeah.
you get my points. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So just understand like these are kind of things you need to kind of gauge yourself, learn, make them. And how do you think I learned this? It's all self-taught what I'm teaching you. But how I learned to slow it down by when I've flanked them 3 times is because on that fourth time I made the mistake or I lost the
Like
game
an all that.
because
Yeah.
they held me because I did it before. There was times where I know to walk when it's quiet because there's been times where I start running when it's quiet and they just 3 people holding me and I die because I made that mistake, processed that information, and wanted to never let that happen to me ever again. And so this is what happened to me, and where I learned this stuff to become elite awareness. And your awareness is already good, really good. You can get it to not me, but higher as well. You can have pro player high level awareness by you processing information in this way. And that's why we're kind of processing information this way for you. Because if your awareness was
Mhm.
terrible, we'd never break it down. You wouldn't even understand, right? Even though I try to with my students, you can understand this further where we can fucking see these small details and apply them to use that small detail to find an answer on what I need to do in this given moment in time to have the best possible outcome to win this round. To be a ghost, to be a ninja. Does that make sense? To
Mhm.
have pressure
Yeah.
where they won't expect it. Okay, so this is what is really important with taking space, understanding how to do it, why it's important, what it's for, and stuff like that. Okay, and I already told you why it's important, is so that way we can gain control, like you said, that's your definition. We can gain control with that control because we're not dead. We have information. Wait, we have A third. We have A. With that information, when we know where they are, mid or B, we get further information with our positioning. Yo, absolutely all B. And then with that information, we can come up with solutions to instantly or fucking shit on these guys. Not instantly, but
Yep.
with that information, we know what they're gonna do. And if we know what they're gonna do, it's easy to come up with a solution. If you know they're gonna
Mhm.
run it down all the time, or you had map
You're
packs
prepared
on,
for it.
you would know what to do. Especially if you know where they're gonna run it down. Guys, I think it's gonna be B because they ran it down A 5 times, it didn't work. Okay, and then we just stack B and we're ready for it. Imagine if you had map packs on. You would know exactly where to take space, exactly where to walk down, exactly where to flank, right? Because you know
Mhm.
the 100%, because there's fog war in this game. So that's that. Okay, so let me get back in the game. This happens when you're in the lobby
Mhm.
for too long. But I hope that makes sense for you. All right, so
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
move on. But with your question as well, I know you told me it's like, oh, like when should I kind of commit on the flank? Should I shoot
Mhm.
the turret and not go or this and that? That's
Like,
exactly what
is it worth it to take the time to get rid of the flank
yeah.
possibility?
Generally, you should try to get rid of that as early as possible. Obviously, if they're like defaulting mid and you were trying to kill that B main turret, right, on
Mhm.
the killjoy turret, like it's gonna be really difficult because there's gonna be tiles top mid. You're not gonna walk down, and so
Yeah.
it requires a lot of conditioning and you understanding the enemy, how they're playing, where there's openings generally, understanding their tendencies and frequencies. And this is something we're gonna talk about right now, before we move on. But just give me a second. Let me get back in.
Yeah.
You and this is something, and I'll send you another video. So I'm gonna send you about 3 videos. We already talked about it, but the way I said it in those videos may explain it way better than I am now because I'm like really trying to get through these notes, right? But
Mhm.
hopefully those videos will kind of make it better because it's quite lengthy. So I don't want to take 20 minutes each thing. But
Yeah.
what you need to start thinking about now is tendencies and frequencies. What is tendencies and frequencies? Do you know?
I do not know what tendency mean, but like frequency, you mean like how often do you
Yeah,
make a certain play and
sure,
how quickly is it going to be predicted?
sure.
That's
And
kind of what you mean.
kind of, yeah, it's like a half point. And not only kind of like what we are doing, how often we are doing something. Okay, and this is the key part, okay, that you need to hear. is that it's really important that you are understanding the enemy's tendencies and frequencies. And I'll break it down further. Not only them individually, but as a whole, generally as 5 players as a unit. Okay. And before we
Yeah.
break this down further, I'm going to give you the definition. So, tendencies, okay, it's in the name. What you tend to do, just like you said.
Mhm.
Okay. With the like how we like to do, or like which rate we're doing it. That's the added part. Okay. But it's what the enemies like to do, and your teammates and yourself. Okay. This is a math thing. This is not even a gaming thing. Okay.
Yeah.
It's in probabilities and math. Okay. So,
Mhm.
for example, if this cipher, oh, sorry. Anyway, so I'm getting carried away. Tendencies as what you like to do, how you like to do it. Oh, they're fast rotating, right? That's a tendency. They like to fast rotate. Guys are rotating
Yeah.
very slowly. That's the whole team. All right, very slow. Guys are very aggressive. They're very passive. They like to play passive. They're very passive, right? And
Mhm.
so the second part of that, and then you can use it in individuals too. Yo, the cipher's always lurking. This guy's this guy loves to jump peek here. That's a tendency. He likes to jump peek, right?
Yeah.
Yo, he's this Jet's this guy's fucking tiles. This guy's here. This guy's there. This guy always throws a smoke here. Okay, that's the tendency. What he likes to do. This guy's a lurker. This guy's a rat. This guy's a brain dead. Whatever you can want to put into that term. Okay. The second part is frequencies. In which rate you are doing it. Is it all the time? Sometimes. Very possible. Not possible. Likely. Not likely. Impossible. Permanently. Not permanently. It can be in that type of
Mhm.
terms and words. But to be more specific, to be to the dot, is numbers. Wait, it's been 7 out of 9 times. It's been 5 out of 5. It's been
Yeah.
1
It's
out of
probably
12.
happening again.
Yeah, exactly. You can by me
Mhm.
just telling you that number, you just know if a guy lurked 7 out of 9 times, will he do it again? Very likely. Is it
Probably.
very possible? It's very possible. That number shows that he's gonna do this like 70% of the time. No,
Yeah.
right? If it was 1 out of 5, what is that percentage? It's 20%.
20.
It's very
Mhm.
low that he's gonna do it. He's done it. He's capable of doing it. If he did it
He doesn't
zero,
do it often.
yeah, if he did it 0
It's
out of
like
5, you can be like, he never does it. We can abuse this. We
mhm.
know for sure, right? Because it's 0. He's never even shown us he's able to do it. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
like if he does it once, it's like
He's
you keep it
capable.
in the back of your head, but you
Exactly.
don't focus on it too much.
Exactly. Good. I'm glad you
Yeah.
understand this. But if he did it 5 out of 10, you're like 5 out of
You
5,
focus on it.
you're like, "Bro, it's permanently. Let's get 3 people waiting for this guy here to kill
Mhm.
him." You see how I can come up with a solution by
Yeah.
understanding his tendencies and frequencies, right?
Mhm.
And just like I said, if he'd done it one time, we probably don't need to make that solution adjustment to have 3 people waiting for him. It's not likely. It's 20% chance. Okay, but if he did it 5 out of 5, we could probably make a play here, a trap. Get a guy to hold here, get a guy to go here, and just wait for him and swing off each other and kill this guy. Use a utility and find him and
Mhm.
kill him, or a straight up 3-4 man push here and kill him. He's by himself. We know he's by himself, right? So this is really important that not only do you understand the enemy's tendencies and frequencies as a whole, guys. They've been rushing 4 out of 5 times. They rushed 1 out of 5 times. They're playing slow. Yo, they're defaulting a lot. Very little. They're running it down more. Fakes, they've done it one time. They're able to do it. We can keep that in the back of our mind. Be ready for that, just in case. They've re-hit before. They're lurking a fuck ton. They're never lurking. Mid will always be open, right? It's not only important to
Mhm.
understand the team as a whole, it's really, this is the most important part. The really, really important part is the 5 individual enemies. Wait,
Mhm.
this guy, Jet's always tiles 3 out of 5 times, or he's there a lot. Yo, the Sova's always mid 5 out of 5 times, jump peeking, darting here. The dart's always coming there.
Yeah.
Cypher's always alone, A main. Okay, Cypher may always be with this guy. Reyna Jet's always this guy. Whatever. Okay, we're
Mhm.
theory crafting. But that's also important. I'll put it where it kind of will make sense to you now, okay? This is usually how I read and tell my teammates. Guys, they've been running it down 5 out of 7 times. Okay? They're running it down a lot. Okay, let's get ready to fast rotate. And when they run it down, the Cypher's always mid a big chunk of the time, 4 out of 6, a big 66% of the time. Okay, and then there's always 4A main. And then when they come with the rush, the smoke is always going here, here, there's a dart here, be careful. And then the jet will always, jet spin come in dice dash 3 times out of the 6, sometimes come in gen. So what does that tell you when you're tracking that information? It's like half of the time he's going here, half of the time he's going there. You can use that, or you can say that to your teammates where they can use that and be ready for that. Okay, yo, he's always going gen, and then your teammate can come play here and get ready for the dash and kill him. Right? Does that make sense? So
Yeah, yeah.
that's how it comes into fruition, where you understand how they play as a whole. They're passive, running it down, fakes a lot, default a lot, plays slow a lot, running it down, aggressive. There's always 3 bundled up on this side. There's always 2. This lurker's always alone. Okay, okay. Then it's really important to understand the individual. It's like kind of like you have to look at it like a person, even though it is a person and it's just an agent you're playing against. You gotta get in the minds of who that agent player is. Not just, oh, it's a cipher. You gotta fucking know, is this a lurking type player, passive type player, aggressive type player, a brain dead type player, unaware type player, super aware type player? Is he a player that favors going tiles, top mid, A main, walking around a lot, gaining info, super waiting for a flank? I don't know. We can go the fucking the 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 labels we want to use or the identifications we want to use are can be endless because there's so many archetypes of player types and stuff like that. Wait, he's kind of aggressive, but he's always holding mid. This guy's like kind of always walking up. This guy do blah blah blah. We can theory craft all day. Right? Obviously for me, I gotta see them, and then I can, bro. 3 rounds, I know who they are as a person. That's the type of player I am. And this skill is not just a Valorant skill. You can use this skill in life to know who people are. Okay, is this guy a liar? Is this guy honest? Is this guy a good person? Is this guy bad? What is he showing me? Who is he? How does he think? Does that make sense? So,
Yeah,
um,
absolutely.
but that's a little bit bigger of a different thing. But you can apply it, and that's where I got it from. I used to play from I used to play poker for a living, and that's where this skill is the biggest mechanic, fundamental of poker. You need to understand if this guy's a fish, a whale, he's got money, doesn't have money, he's scared to put in the money, or doesn't care about putting all his money, and to understand, wait, will he put all the money in the river? Will he go all in on me here if I bet? Will he not bet? If I check, will he check it back? I don't know if you know poker, but this is poker talk. But
Not really. Like sometimes.
so um this is like, because you got to know who he is to take his money away. I know that sounds very crazy, but that's the game of poker, is to take the money away from the other guy. It's to make money. And so you to take that guy's money, you got to know who he is, right? If he's aggressive, if he's passive, he doesn't like giving his money up, he loves giving his money up. I'm going to target those type of people, right? Because he's storing his money away. It's easy to get it from him versus a guy that never gives his money to me. So you got to put it into Valorant terms. Wait, is this guy always a lurker? Never a lurker, etc., 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 etc. Okay, I'm kind of breaking it down too much,
Like,
but
what type of opportunity do they give you?
right. And then by you understanding them on an individual level, you will understand what you can get away with. And then when you can understand what you can get away with, you can come up with solutions, plans, adjustments, whatever. You can fucking literally become a map hacking god. If you always know they're running it down, and you're like, guys, we need to fast rotate or even gamble stack somewhere. Let's take space where they're not starting. We know they run it down, and start of the round we're like, yo, they're A. I'm just gonna start running it down. I'm not worried. I know that generally they're always 4 or 5. Okay, maybe if you understand they're always in 4, and you know that the Cypher's alone, and he likes to play mid, different story. You see how that comes into play. Now I'm gonna be a little bit more aware and being like, okay, Cypher likes to kind of play away. I gotta be a little bit careful. But if I picked up 5 rounds that they're never anyone mid, I'm just gonna fucking knife out, run behind them, and then maybe slow down here if they're slowed down. Or if they're going in, I'm gonna keep going, start going. Does that make sense? So, and then to your question, we're gonna go back to your question now with the trips. That's what you kind of have to start thinking about. Have I or them, are they a type of player, or this Sentinel a type of player to be on this trip? Okay, I flanked and I got killed here. That one time where he's on the trip and he kills you should instantly tell you, okay, yeah, he's protecting his trip. He doesn't leave it alone. Okay, but if he doesn't the first time, you can be like, okay, maybe he doesn't. And then there's conditioning involved as well with good players because good players and pros are thinking about this where you come here flank one time and kill this. The next time, okay, you kill this trip or, even he'll be ahead of that thought
He will
process. Like,
walk
oh,
in.
yeah, he'll be ready. Like, he'll be like, wait, does Sova likes to flank me? Okay, I'm going to wait for him here. He likes to take space
Mhm.
aggressively. I'm going to wait. So there's conditioning involved with that question where it's like, should I break this trip and go or should not go and stuff like that. Like I told you here, it's like, you fucking flanked them 5 times and it worked. And they're contained here. Like walking through is not gonna be a good idea. Like they're gonna be ready, at least to some degree, right? And so you got to kind of understand not only the enemy's tendencies and frequencies as a whole and individually, but you need to also, this is super advanced now, we're getting super advanced. You now need to understand what you are showing to them and which rate it is.
Yeah.
Because if you can understand that, you can
What
understand
info do you give them? What can they
exactly.
like think
Yeah,
about?
you can put yourself in their shoes and then you instantly
Mhm.
like backpack. Wait, I flanked them 4 times. I don't think it's going to be a good idea. They're going to be ready for this. And then
Yeah.
you don't decide to do it because of that thought process. And you're here just containing them. Or you just come over here on this side. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like you're putting yourself in their shoes and seeing what they would see of you. Like you're like
Mhm.
pulling yourself out of your body. And when I interviewed Worthy, okay, and I asked him what really separates the higher level guys. I asked him the same question I asked Daniel. Daniel gave me a different answer. Worthy, this guy's a pretty popular NA coach. He's got 20 years
I
of
think I
tack.
saw him on your
Yeah,
TikTok.
you would
I think
definitely see him on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. He's got 8
more
million
videos
likes,
around.
100K followers. He's pretty big in NA. I don't know if he's big in EU. He's got EU students too. But when I asked him this question, he said that the path to victory is in the eyes of the enemy. Do you know what this means?
Mm,
Try to answer. If you know, it's okay. And you
is
probably
it the
won't.
path of victory?
Yes, the path to win or the path to victory is in the eyes of the enemy. Think about that. Very
Yeah. So
interesting, right?
like what they're thinking.
Yes.
They're thinking about you as a player, like what you do,
Right.
and you need to like play into that to make
Exactly.
you like
Good.
different, do
Because
different things.
and this is where this whole thing's I hope this is all coming together a little bit where
Mhm.
not only will you understand who they are, how they like to do, what rate, and sometimes all the time, whatever with that identification made, but if you add that you understand of how they're seeing you guys, not just you, the whole team,
Yeah.
it's so easy to fucking get in their minds and throw them off or be ahead of their thought process. Does that make sense? And what this
Hmm.
meant, as in the path to victory is in the eyes of the enemy, means that if you put yourself in their shoes, it's so easy to fucking just understand how they think, who they are, and
Yeah.
what the solution is. And think about traditional war. This comes from war. If you know that they don't have tanks and they're gonna come through foot, and they understand that the terrain is difficult, what can we do? We can put up crazy positions and you know use the terrain to our advantage and throw them off. Element of surprise. It becomes a chess game where we're
Hmm.
not one step ahead while they are thinking one layer, we're thinking 5 layers.
Yeah.
We're playing the chess game. They're playing checkers. We're playing chess. Does that make sense? And so
Yeah.
a lot of moments and times with me, and this needs to be instant. I'm flanking. To me now it's like it's just automatic. My body just does it. But in the beginning,
Yeah.
I used to have to think. Wait, I've done this a lot. Okay, I think they're gonna know, and but now it's just automatic. I'm just like, okay, I don't think it's gonna work. It's like I don't even need to tell myself that. I just automatically know they are aware. I'm putting myself in their shoes, being like, I flank 4 times. Okay, it's automatic. They're looking for me. They're gonna be ready for this, especially at a mortal low, mortal level. They're not retarded. They are also thinking about what I've done, what our team's doing, what we
Yeah.
like to do, what is the rate. Good players, at least. Okay? So, it's really important that you kind of start using this, and it takes time. Okay? It'll take time for you to apply this knowledge. It's one thing to know this knowledge, it's another to apply. And The knowing part is the most important. Oh, sorry, not the knowing part. Sorry, I'm getting carried away. I'm yapping too much. But the application part is the most important, right? What's the point if you knew you had problems, but you don't fix them? You still have the problems, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, so it's all about the action part. Like, and trust me, once you do this one time, this knowledge part, and you use this one time, being like, wait, I've picked up that they default a lot, and then you're like, guys, play slow, and it works. It's gonna be boom, automatic. You're gonna start.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, oh,
Subconsciously, just
not even subconsciously, actively, you're gonna be like, oh my god, I made the right solution because I was tracking and storing this information, and I came up with the right, or at least the most optimal, most efficient, most highest percent chance to have an answer for what they're doing, if that makes sense. Because you're not
yeah,
gonna outright win every single time,
yeah,
but
of course not.
the rounds could get even very sweaty with the calls and reads you've made, but still, at least it'll give you that little edge in the long term and short term where you're gonna win. Winning is important, and to win is not about 100% increase in a plan and this. It's about 5% here, 2% here, 3% here, 20% here. You add that all together, and it adds up where you win in the long term. If that makes sense, probabilities, right? It's like flipping a coin. If you had a 60% chance of flipping a coin and winning, wouldn't you take that all day, especially if it involves money?
Of course.
Exactly. You're going to
Yeah.
win a big chunk of the time, more than half. And so you have to think like that as well, where all this stuff, if you apply it, will give you 70, 80, 60, 65, 72% chance to at least help your team win the games, win the rounds to get to your goal. It all adds up. Okay. So and I know we touched on this note really long. I'm sorry, but this is really important. Okay, I can't let a student leave a session without them understanding this thing, and it takes that long because of how much we have to talk about, right?
Mhm.
Know how they play as a team, passive, fast rotator kind of team. Okay, and then the individuals. Okay, and then I'm kind of talking about on the defensive side, but I can show it to you on the attack side. On attack is even more important. Okay, guys, they're fast rotating a lot, and this is their setup because I've stored, tracked, and stored this information. Okay, they tend to play 1-2B, 1 mid, 2A, and the tendencies, what they like to do is Cypher is stairs. In your game, was Cypher not stairs a couple
Yeah.
times? He was stairs.
Mhm.
Okay, and then one's mid, or one more is spawn, a lot of the time, big chunk of the time. Okay, and then it's 2A, and then not only important is it important to know where they are, which you're already pretty good at. It's really important to know who it is,
But they're-
who you're tracking. And I can give you a tip. A lot of the times I start tracking at pistol round. Okay, pistol round's over. We lost or we won, doesn't matter. We're like, okay, yo, it's Cypher here. Okay, Clovis here, and then they play 3A. And then as
Yeah.
the rounds progress, I try to see what has moved. Wait, Cypher's still B. Okay, it's like round 4. I'm like, wait, Cypher's still B? And then now there's 2 mid, and then there's 2A. Maybe A will be weaker this time. Okay, maybe we've been going B a lot, rushing, so they are leaning B. Okay, and we lost, and then we're like, yo, there's 3. There was 3B. What the fuck? It was a Cypher 2. Okay, maybe A is weak. Now we can fake B and go A, where they're going to lean B because we're trying to sell that we're going B, and then there's already less resistance there, and now we're going to go A. And we set up that with a plan. Okay, does that make
Yeah.
sense? You see how it kind of comes
Yeah.
into fruition there like that, where that's where it starts, and this is what we'll talk about, where it's the read. That's the read part where we just went through for the last 20 minutes. The enemy as a whole, individually, our team, what we've been doing as well is important. The conditioning, you got to know what you guys are doing to condition them, to know what doesn't work, has been working, how they can see you guys so we can sell certain things, right? Okay, that's the read part. Okay, then it formulates into the call. Okay, so once we've done all that brain work, okay, for example, guys, the setup, okay, they rotate fast. This is their setup. It's Cypher here, 1 here, okay, and then they play 3A, 1 tree, 2 on site, and they rotate fast. That's the brain work, right? And then it's like Cypher, Clove, Sova, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then the call becomes like this. Guys, with that information, I'm doing it really slowly for you. I would have never call it this slowly, but I'll be like, with that information, guys, okay, we're going to fake A because there's 3 there. Logically, there's a lot of resistance. We're going to make them
Mhm.
lean or sell that we're going A. And again, I'm using the whole team, that whole enemy team read, which is they rotate very quickly. So if we sell A, they're gonna start leaning here 4, and they may leave the anchor mid with his trips up on B, and then we're gonna have 3 people walking up on B. 3-man contact up B. 2 people will fake. Okay?
Yeah.
But that's the call, which will be we're gonna fake A, go B. That's the call, and then the plan is the next step, which is we're gonna go A, fake A, go B. But I want Sova, Jet here. You guys gonna drone here, start selling the fake.
Yeah, that's
Jet's gonna make a lot of noise, and then 3-man contact. Don't make noise. Do not fucking show. Wait for my call to start walking up when I feel like there's
Yeah.
putting a lot of tension on A, and then the last part. It's kind of like a 4-step process. Read, call, plan, and the plan needs to be specific. Okay, so over here, Jet here, 3-man contact up. Maybe hold mid just in case the guy tries to flank behind from cat. And then the last part is the execution, because you're gonna experience this a lot at the mid level where you've done that. You understand how they play, what they like to do, what they're doing. You found a solution. You make that into a call. Guys, we're going to fake A, go B. And then you make a plan. We're going to fake A, go B. I want Sova Jet, sell the fake. 3-man contact up. Cypher is going to hold tiles for the mid lurk just in case these guys get shot in the back of the head. Okay. You got to make sure once the round has started, they are in the position you have told them they are in. Because you're going to experience this a lot. You tell them 3-man contact up, 2 people selling the fake. They're going to be selling the fake, and then like 3 people start coming mid, and you're like, what the fuck? And I've seen this so much. I've done this so much. And what I do is because I'm so aware of the minimap, and you are as well. So there's no excuse with you. Okay, other students, I'm like, okay, get better at minimap awareness because they can't. But you're so fucking aware. You need to be like, if there's 2 people coming tiles, be like, hey, idiot, what did I tell you? Not like that, but you get my point. I'm over emphasizing, over exaggerating, but being like, bro, go back over there. Like, imagine if this guy just starts walking down mid.
Yeah.
Stop. Or these guys, the Jets just starts coming back top mid. Bro, Jet, I told you to sell it. Go. Because it's really important. Because what's the point of us doing all that work and knowing what to do if we can't take action to do it properly? Just like I told you, it's one thing to know. But what the fuck's the point if you can't apply it and execute and take action? Because it makes sense, logically. Right? And there'll be times where you do this whole protocol and you guys still lose the round, win the round. It's difficult. You might need to change the plan because of a wrong identification, or they adjusted quicker than you've adjusted. Like the example where it's like the setup was 3A, 1B, 1 mid, but then they got ahead and they switched it up. There's 3B. And then you're like, wait, there's only 1 here, right? And then, the guys on B were walking up and they fucking hear and see, or 3 different type of utility or 3 different types of gunshot. There's an op, then a phantom, and a stinger. Like, you automatically know that's 3, and they're like, wait, there's 3. Our plan's kind of like kind of got crumbled, and then you got to make that mid-round call with the information at hand to being like, okay, we're gonna go A, we're gonna go A. It needs to be fucking instant type solutions by you understanding the information at hand and processing it quickly. Okay,
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, and that's this. You see how it all kind of came into fruition. This is really important for the IGL specifically, which is you. Because if you're not an IGL, do we need to read and make plans and make sure they're going to execute and be aware and try to figure out what they're doing, what they like to do? No, you can just run around, shoot people in the head. Okay, but even then, good players, not even IGLs, still do that. That's what I do. When I'm not IGLing or I'm just playing or somebody else is I'm still putting my input in because I understand the rhythm of the game by understanding how they're playing, the individuals. This guy's a fucking bad player. This guy's really good. We gotta kind of double swing this type of player. Okay, this guy's like really passive. This guy's very sneaky. And at my levels, it becomes like that type of thinking where like, okay, this Sova's like really good at mid. He's like has these really crazy off angles. He's an off angle type player. He's never in a general spot. I can deduct general spots coming out now. I know he won't be dice. He loves to play, off angles on, hell or heaven here, stuff like that. He never plays dice, right? So and we can kind of really use this information to be a map packing god. And I'm sure you see it in like VCT, where like you watching them, you're like,
Yeah, they
how
whisper
the
a lot.
fuck does he know? People just turn around and he's just like, or like, they come on a site, the entry, and they don't even clear certain things. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen
Mm-hmm.
that. Or they put a
Yeah,
dart
yeah, yeah.
specifically somewhere and it tags 3 people. Is because they're using this skill that I'm telling you this to you today.
It's like what like Fnatic played like a lot.
Yeah,
They just
yeah.
get like a shit ton of info and then they
And,
know what
and
not to do and
right.
what to do.
Yes, and not
And
only
like in like
gather,
15
yeah,
seconds you got the
yeah,
spike planted.
right. And not only gather information, it's really important for you to track once you've seen that information. What any information at the highest level, they're picking up everything. How a turret is placed, where it is, okay, how they move, how they roll. Once you
Yeah.
picked up on that, you store it. And then you have to be able to relabel it because they're gonna adjust. They, for example, if they've been fast rotating a lot at the start of the game and they stop doing it, you got to be able to understand that and say, guys, they're slowing it down. They're playing it patiently now. Okay, maybe now we can start running it down. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
not fast rotating anymore. Right? You see how like that we get a solution like that? Guys are fast rotating. They'll bite on a fake. We can run a fake. A re-hit. Right? Guys, they're
Mhm.
aggressively taking space on us, flanking. Let's default. Guys, they're not doing it anymore. Let's start grouping up and running it down. We can go back to our old plans. So it's really important that you track it. That's a big part of it. If you can't track and store this information on knowing specifically, oh, it's been 4 out of 6 times, 9 out of 12, 0 out of 12. Oh, it's been like 3 out of 12. Like you need to get to that level where you play a game, you see an enemy, and by the end of the half, you're like, okay, he's done this like this many times. He's this type of player. He thinks like this. He shoots like this. You know what I'm saying? With not one
Yeah.
guy, but all 5. And this is a skill that will take time. You need to make
Yeah.
mistakes, make the wrong identifications, make the wrong reads, make the wrong label of you thought he was a rat, but he kind of adjusted. Okay, I had to relabel him a bit quicker. That's why the plan didn't work. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so that's really important that you need to understand. Okay, any questions? I think we kind of touched on it, but
Yeah, I
that
think so too.
that's how pros play. I'm being honest. They may not put it into words like this or explain it like I do, because this is how I kind of put it into words through. And in the beginning, before coaching, I did this stuff without actually even understanding how to tell you guys to do it.
Yeah.
If you saw my early, like I couldn't even explain it like this in January and February. But as I got better at coaching, I kind of took it out of my brain and be able to explain how I do these kind of things. And I hope this kind of makes sense too. Okay, so
Yeah.
let's move on. Just like 5 more notes. I'm just gonna skim through them because I think a lot of them we
Mhm.
went through, but and some are pros. So I wrote mini-map awareness is pretty solid, bro. It's like my level. You're like instantly calling out question marks and where they are and who they are. It's really good.
Yeah.
That's a high level good thing. Use that. Don't just do that, but use that with everything I taught you today to process that information, store it, then use that later against the enemies. And then see how the enemies are seeing us to formulate a plan where it's going to completely dumpster them, shit on them. Does that make sense? Okay,
Yeah.
so get it better. Be more aware. Be hypersensitive. Call fucking. There's a guy behind the guy across the map. Never let off your eyes off the minimap. Don't stare at it and keep it there. But I want it that sensitive where you
Scan.
you pick it up. Yeah, constantly scanning. And a lot of students tell me,
Mhm.
"Yo, I look at the minimap 5 times around." I tell them, "Not enough. I already can tell you're looking at it 20 times. Minimum. I need you looking at the minimap 30 times around." 50
Yeah.
times, 100 times. You need to be going back, holding angle. Look, okay, gain information. Look at the positioning on where they are. And when you know what the positioning are on the mini map, you can know their intent. If they're here and your
Mhm.
teammate jump peak, you know they're going in. If they're back
Yeah.
here, you know it's gonna be a little bit slow. There's time, stuff like that. Okay, you're gonna get a lot of answers and solutions from the mini map, and then also using tendencies and frequencies. Okay, then
Mhm.
let's move on.
That makes sense.
The next note is mid-round calling is quite good because his awareness is solid. Your pre-round
Mhm.
your pre-round call, your pre-round read is good, but your pre-round call planning is non-existent. but your mid-round call is really good, really good. Every time there was something happening, a certain scenario, you're telling your
Yeah.
teammates, you're feeding them info, you're telling them, guys, let's do
Hmm.
this, let's do this. Wait, 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 wait. Even in this scenario, you're like, wait, 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 right? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think this is like, even at the skills, like an 8. Get it to 11 out of 10. You have that potential. You can be a radiant
Hmm.
player. I'm not joking. I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. I'm being really honest with you. You have what it takes to be radiant. I'm being honest. I'm not
Hmm.
saying that to you. It's just you need to develop this to be more elite, better than everybody else. And if you do,
Exactly.
and then add the aim part, it's over. These guys are gonna these guys are gonna have a big t- trouble, hard time playing against you. Okay, and that's how I feel with myself. I'm not saying I'm a pro player or an absolute the best player in the region, but when people play against me, even immortals in my Discord server when we do 10 mans and stuff like that, they can never beat me because I'm thinking
Hmm.
about these things when they are not. Okay, like
Exactly.
I'm not even joking. Like there's some guys that always want to play against me because they know I'm a little bit better with brain. Maybe not mechanically. I'm washed these days mechanically, but with the like the game playing part where like they just want to have difficulty because I'm so good at calling, so good at
Yeah.
managing my team to never die, to make the most optimal choice possible. As long as they listen to me, we win rounds, and it's just like, and like I love that respect. That's how people
Yeah,
look
I
at
have a
you too.
question about
Yeah,
that
go ahead.
because, like, if you just play like a random you queue a ranked match and you're
Yeah.
solo queuing,
Mhm.
you get like teammates that either don't talk or just like
Yeah.
troll a little,
Yeah.
don't play with you, you know?
Mhm.
Like, do you just like make up your own plan, play
No,
with
no.
them, or
I,
what
I, I
do you do?
generally, I'm the type of guy because I'm older now. I've been playing sports my whole life. I at least think I have really good leadership skills. I've always been a leader when I was even in high
Yeah,
school, before sports or whatever. Where I know how to rally people. I know how to get people to, um,
motivate them.
not motivate, but build synergy with them on an individual level. How to be,
Yeah.
um, not likable, but get them to kind of trust me, respect me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it starts. A
Yeah.
lot of people think that calling starts from, oh, I got to make this perfect read, call, plan, and then they have to listen to me. No, it starts with your communication by you saving your teammate or telling him something he didn't see. What will he think of you? He'll be like, wait, he's so aware. He's got my back, right? And he'll trust
Yeah.
you. He'll listen to you. That's where it starts. And if you get really good at this communication and leadership skill, they will automatically do that. And I'm at a level these days where I just deem myself the captain. It's also a little mental involved too. You got to be confident in your ability. Remember that example I gave you early on? Is like, if we knew we can get our teammate on site for free 70-80% of the time, how confident would you be to make
Mm-hmm.
a read, a call, and a plan and try to tell your teammate to execute that? Right? And your answer was like,
You're very confident.
very confident. And I'm at that level, but how did I get there? I didn't just get there, and I already told you how. Is in the
Making
beginning,
mistakes.
I made a ton of mistakes. The wrong thought processes just called it out. I would just be like, "Fake guys, run it down, run it down." Even though the enemy team were stacking and fast rotating, I didn't realize that. I was just making bad calls. But and trust me, this is probably the worst way to do it because you're gonna get yelled at a lot. And at that
Yeah.
time too, in the beginning, I didn't want to take that accountability after I made a call. I would make the call and then blame my teammates. That's just a bad IGL. As I got better and understood what they were saying, you got to take criticism too when somebody says why that was bad. But once I started
Mm-hmm.
thinking about these things, I started to being like, wait, like not only is it bad, I got to try to process this information a little bit better and learn from it. It's really important that you
Mm-hmm.
make mistakes and you'll learn. And you're gonna get yelled at a lot, trust me. Like they're gonna talk so much shit to you, be like, "You're retarded." Yo, bro, I'm not joking. Like episode 3 and 4, the first time I went to Immortal before they added Ascendant, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I would get this calm like all the time. They're like, "This is not VCT. What the fuck? I don't want to listen to you," and I would still do it. I would be like, "I don't
Yeah.
care." because I wanted to try hard. I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
at least put myself or the team in a position to win the round. I wanted RR. I wanted to climb, right? Who doesn't? But this is where it starts.
Exactly.
If you really want to win and climb, you got to think about these things by trying. And I had a TikTok explode the other week, and this guy is Immortal 2. He's telling me in the comments. I don't know how much I believe him, but he's like, well, um, this doesn't matter. Like IGLing like this, telling people, I'm like, bro, like this is why you are not a good player. This is why you don't understand
Mm-hmm.
tactical shooters. It's really important that you kind of think like this and build upon these mistakes. So that's how I got better. I called bullshit, got yelled at a lot. People didn't want to
Mm-hmm.
respect my calls, but I got to the point where they do now. People go, yo, bro, I've had some students and players that I personally know, like before coaching, like Immortal 3, 2 peak players, where if I don't call, they get upset. Sometimes when I get quiet because I'm processing information or I'm a little bit tilted or I'm tired, I don't feel like speaking sometimes. They're just like, "Yo, make a call,
Yeah.
Parks, make a call. What do you want to do?" They come to me like that, and then I'm like, "Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to." There's
Yeah.
some games too where I'm like, "This game I'm not gonna call, guys. I just kind of want to shoot around and lurk, and I'm just tired." And then middle of the game we're losing. They're like, "Bro, we need you to call," and I end up taking over the ship, and we win the game. I'm not joking. You need to
Mm-hmm.
get to that level, and you will. With your potential,
Yeah.
you can. So there's like mental involved, and I'll give you some other things too. Where like if they're not listening to you, bro, this is what this is subjective and a little bit objective. From my experience, what I've learned, when nobody is talking, you know those games where nobody's talking, but
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
talking, like they're not responsive, but they're not like not listening, like they're listening. Like, bro, they are listening. To me, players that
Mm-hmm.
don't talk means that they are looking for a captain. They are looking for a better player to tell them what to do. You know why I know that? It's because I experienced that too when I was first going into Immortal, and also in the beginning of the game when there wasn't ranked for 3 months when the game released. There was a lot of 10
Mm-hmm.
mans, and there was a lot of 10 mans in NA with a lot of Radiant players. And when I was in those lobbies with 3, 4 Radiant players, I didn't say a word, but I wanted them to tell
Yeah.
me what to do so I could kind of learn from them. Right? Does that make sense? And so
Mm-hmm.
that's how you have
It
to
does.
look at it, where if they are not speaking to you, they simply don't know. And as you, I'm going to put that on you, as you being
Mm-hmm.
the best player on the team, every game you play, and especially when they're not talking, you need to tell them. You need to show them. You need to show them what is best, how to do things because you are the best player. You are the more aware. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And so
Yeah.
that's how you have to look at it. Nobody's talking, they will listen. Take the ship, take the reins in your
Yeah.
hands, and just call, communicate, feed info. Bro, I've had so many games where it's like that. And near the middle of the end games, people start opening up to me. They start talking. They start feeding info back, and I don't just go, "What the fuck? You have a mic?" Obviously, because that might throw them off and make them stop
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah.
People are weird. Some people have no
Mm-hmm.
communication skills, or they're not confident. But in my mind, I'm like, good, it's working. Me just feeding info and just making them trust my calls. They're opening up. They're wanting to talk back and doing the same, reciprocate the same skill. Does that make sense?
Exactly.
And by them
Yeah.
doing that, we're gonna gain team edge. A lot of the stuff we talked today was individual edge and how you can make that into team edge, but that's important, that middle part.
Mm-hmm.
That's what being a leader is. You being able to pull out the best out of your 4 other teammates. That's what being a leader is. Think about a soccer team.
Yeah.
Does the captain just ego to his teammate because he missed? No, he gets to him in European football, taps him on the head, and says, "It's all good. Look at Cristiano Ronaldo." He's like, "Yo, it's
Mm-hmm.
okay. Keep your
Yeah.
head up. Let's go. Keep it up. Nice try." They pull the best out of these people, and you need to start focusing
Exactly.
on that too, where it will help you win. It builds team edge, synergy, trust, respect. Okay, and they'll come to you. So that's that. Okay. Any
Mm-hmm.
questions?
Nope.
Okay, I think I hope that answered your question. I know it's quite long, but
Yeah. It did.
the question you asked is quite a specific and
Mm-hmm.
complex thing. Okay, and also
Yeah.
another thing is only focus on things in your control. If they're completely not listening, okay, like they're not talking and not listening. You've made plans, they're not listening
Mm-hmm.
whatsoever. There's nothing you can do.
Play your own game.
You're gonna have to flip the switch and being like, okay, I need to use my protocols, which I've taught you, the tendencies and frequencies, to find weak spots,
Mm-hmm.
strong sides, and take space and shit on these guys. You need to have the mental when nobody's listening to you to kill 3 to 4 people every round, minimum 2, right?
Okay.
Because they're not gonna play with you. They're not gonna be synergized. They're not gonna listen to you. So you need to take matters in your own hands in those type of games, which are quite rare. It's not like
Mm-hmm.
nine
Shouldn't
out
be
of
too
ten
often.
times. Yeah, it's probably more to the 3, 4, right? It still
But those
happens.
kind of games could get to you. That's
Yeah, yeah, for
yeah.
sure. Yeah, definitely. But I probably would say it's like more 3 out of 10 in my experience. For you, I'm not sure how it
Yeah.
is in EU. I'm probably gonna say it's
Probably the same.
more, because EU,
I think probably the same.
there's more tilt. I hear EU is like, culturally, it's so many cultures, and French
Oh, that's
people
true.
hate everybody. That's what I hear the most. They're like, French people are so toxic.
Oh,
I'm like,
don't even get me started.
yeah, exactly. Like, you probably experienced, and I know that experience too. Here in Canada, we have
Some
Quebec,
races
so
are so toxic.
yeah,
Oh yeah, they
they're
speak a lot of
they're
French
just
too.
they're just fucking racist, and it's because they've been around for a long time, so their culture is very
Mm-hmm.
deep rooted, right? They've been around for fucking hundred thousands of years, almost, right? So,
Exactly.
or hundreds of years, I should say. So, yeah, they're more like, more prideful and nationalisms or whatever, nationalists. But so that's that, anyways. But yeah. Any questions with what we kind of talked about, real quick? We got a couple more notes, and then I'll send you on your way. I know it's been long, but that's why I told you be
Yeah.
ready for a grind. But that's that. So let's move on. Your mid round call is really good. Situational awareness is really good. Okay, it's really good. There are moments where, like, there was that one round here, 2v1. Okay, the clock was ticking. We knew the Sova was somewhere
Yeah.
on B main side,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then you're like, guys, don't peek. Wait, 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 wait. 13 seconds.
Mhm.
He has to. Can he go A from here and plant the bomb?
No, he
No,
couldn't.
he cannot. He can only go B. And this is a sign of a pro player, an essence player, like not a pro player,
Mhm.
but the skill pro players look at or use is situational awareness. Win condition. You understand, if we just fucking burn the clock to 3.98, we win the round. Or
Exactly.
they just tuck in a corner, wait for this guy to come, and we shoot him in the head while he's planning at 4 seconds and we kill him. They don't need to
Mhm.
overswing, peek, make noise, do nothing. That's the win condition in this round, right? And
They
so,
did anyways, but
yeah, they did
but
anyways
it,
because they're
yeah.
not listening. They're monkeys. But
No.
you get my point. And I'll look past that. I don't care if they listen to you or not.
Mhm.
You need to know that. That's the
Mhm.
key as a leader, because as you climb, as you get on a team, people will listen to you when you're the first one to be aware of that. And if you watch pro
Yeah.
play and VCT comms, you know how they release it, like Fnatic, G2,
Mhm. Yeah.
C9, all these teams,
Void and stuff.
even
Yeah.
PRX, the like one
Mhm.
hour or like 40-minute comm videos. Not one guy is calling this information. It's fucking two guys calling, yo, no time, no time, no time. They're all yelling at each other, so they're all on the same page. At that level, team synergy is even more important. 1% is even
Yeah.
more important. Everybody needs to know. There's no excuses. If you don't know, you're getting kicked from the team if you say you don't know.
Mhm.
You need to know, right? Not only through yourself, but by the information being fed or the information you feed them. So, I thought this was
Exactly.
really, really good by you, bro. And I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. I think this is a really
Mhm.
strong trait that you need to keep getting better. Like I told you, where it's super aware, under gain more situational awareness, because when you do that as well, you instantly know what the answer will be. You don't know where I'm at, bro. And I'm not saying I'm a Radiant player, but I've developed myself to being a pro player in essence, to their similar skill. Not a pro player or a Radiant player. I'm not there, but I think like them because I used to study them. I used to watch VCT every day, pro play every day, Radiant every day, and not only watch it for entertainment, but I would process information. I'd be like, wait, why is he doing like this? Wait, why are they rotating? How do they know? What are they seeing? I would put myself in their shoes on the micro and macro level. That's why I can think at this level like this and process
Mhm.
information where there's any scenario, I know what the answers are. And this is something Worthy mentioned as well, which is you got to look at it like this is like a tip that will help you, where it's like, and you're already good at, which is like the driver mirrors. The mini map's your left rear view, side view mirror. The
Yeah.
kill feed is the right side view mirror. You can get some information from that, especially if you know where they
Mhm.
are and you don't look at the minimap and somebody gets a kill and you know he's always A and you see him on the kill feed kill your teammate. You know he's A, right? And then there's also the middle, which is the rear view mirrors, which is the clock and the player counts. You can get win
Mhm.
condition a lot through player count and experience. For example, if it's a 5v3, do we need to take a
By
risk?
numbers.
Yeah. Do we
No.
need to though? Can we take risk?
You could.
Yes, that's the answer. You
No
can.
need.
Yeah, you could. It's an option. But you see how we're getting multiple options by just the player count? 2v4. What do we have to do? Let's say it's like a post plan scenario.
Make a play.
Gotta make a
Try to get
play.
1 or 2.
Good. These are the fundamentals of tactical shooters. Understanding the win conditions of basic information or player counts in general, or what you're seeing or processing. Does that make
Mhm.
sense? 3v3. What
Yeah.
are our options?
Anything. Take a
Yeah.
risk. Don't take a risk.
Take risk, don't take risk, set up, play together, play individually on fucked up angles, right? There's obviously
Mhm.
certain other things that come to play with information. If we know there's two spawn or one market, stuff like that too. Or if you've identified they're the last three A players, we can take that space. We can use it like that, where
Okay.
we know they're coming late, right? And there'll be times where
Mhm.
you know that they're the spawn player. Like, yo, there's one spawn, be careful. Don't push. He's gonna be in that smoke. Stuff like that.
Mhm.
Right? So use your driver mirrors at all times, which you're already good at. I don't need to explain this to you. Some students, we're breaking this fucking down for 30 minutes because, what is that? I don't even know. I'm like, bro, god damn it. But I'm glad you're really brain. Okay, like, you're really shocking me. You're like one of the 5 students that have really blown my mind away that you're in this rank. You should be immortal. I'm not joking. And obviously the aim part you need to work on. But
Yeah.
that's
And
easy. You just need to be consistent,
yeah,
add progressive overload,
I
and
need
then
to actually train it.
and that's it. And we'll talk about that right now. So let's get to these last 2 notes, okay? Use tendencies and frequencies better on defense and attack. Don't need to explain this. We went fucking through this for an hour. Okay, so you
Mhm.
understand it now. Okay, the last
Yeah.
though, round 15, 4v3. He needs to call to go B. Can you look at round 15 for me real quick?
Yeah.
Needs to
1v3.
needs to call to
Uh.
go B as soon as Clove killed the site guy. He's screaming at him to smoke cat, but they have B. Okay, so this is on attack where um 2 of you guys were tiles. I remember now. You were here holding, and then 2 of your teammates here came out. Remember the
Yeah.
Clove killed this guy here. This is the
Yeah.
moment
The
in
jet.
time. Yeah, he killed a jet. Okay, but you kept going. This was like the one round where you were not aware with not only your
Mhm.
teammates positioning, but what the solution should be, your call, your mid-round call. And that's why I wrote it here,
Yeah.
because it's like game sense, a lot involved. And I wrote it at the end because obviously you'll understand how we break it down once we talk about it. All these stuff we
Mhm.
talked about. So 2 of you guys here, 2 main.
Yeah.
I looked at the mini map. It's
Mhm.
4v3. He gets a. Can you see if he got the kill in his 4v3 or it was 4v3 and then he killed in his 4v2? Can you take a look at that?
Let's see. I still got one. So 5v4, then 8, 4-4, 4-3, 3-3. Yeah, it was 4v3 after the Clove killed the jet.
Okay, perfect. So it's 4v4, right? And there's two
Yeah.
here, two here. You're just calling for this guy, smoke cat, smoke cat. And I'll ask you, what is the thought process here to smoke cat? Why did you want to smoke?
Yeah, I wanted to make a push through mid.
Sure,
Go B, take a B split.
right. When and I will break this down step by step. When we're here holding this, not dying, nobody's there.
Mhm.
Do we need a smoke cat really to cross?
Not really.
No.
Not
The
really.
key smoke is here if you want to go here. Yes, this cat smoke is important if you want to go down low, but there's nobody there, right? Do you
Yeah.
understand that logic? Like,
The Silva could peek, but
sure, there could be, but that's why you're holding it, right? That's why you're taking these
Mhm.
measures to hold. But all you had to do is come like this, kind of go back and forth. And then you tell them to maybe smoke there. Okay, so that's the first kind of thing you could have done better. I'm not saying it's the answer, but you see that thought
Mhm.
process. Like, you're just like, smoke cat, smoke. It's like useless. You might as well just start come walking out. Just only like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not efficient. You're not optimal in the thinking
Mhm.
processes. Okay. The next thing, you're here AFK, 2 people. You need to, in
Yeah.
this moment in time, process information by using the information you've tracked before with tendencies and
Mhm.
frequencies. Kill this Clove comes out fucking sight. He was out here, literally out here killing this jet. This is where your
Yeah.
mind needs to instantly be like, we have B. and just go B, rush it now, and you start leaving, and everyone starts coming out, and you tell them even the guy behind him was too far back, and he died after because he didn't really know what to do. This guy died. Nobody's saying anything. You're just saying small cat, and then he's just playing with his cock and B main, and he died. Like, but if you just said once this Clove just kills this guy, and you go Clove, take it, he would have ran on site and scaled it and hold it down. The second
Yeah.
guy may have came over and closed the door, and then you guys are coming late and they're holding it down for you guys, spamming stuff, utility, whatever, blah blah blah. Right, so it's a lot involved with this round, but that's how you should have played it. In my mind, B was the answer, but you guys didn't, and
Yeah.
then you lost the round. So, and I know you guys won
Did
the
we?
game. Did you guys lose the round or did you win?
No, I got the kill at the
Okay,
end.
okay. Oh, is this the
The
clutch
ISO ult
round?
with
Is
the
this the?
wagon.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Is this 2v1, right? Yeah, sorry, you didn't lose the round, but my memory's a little bit short. But
It was too close.
yeah, just understand that it became a 2v3. I'm pretty sure. Am
We
I wrong?
actually had 2 sheriffs and a guardian, if I remember correctly.
Us or them?
Me,
Yeah,
Clove had a sheriff, and I think the
sure.
ISO had a
Right. But
guardian.
I mean, with you telling me that's even more of a case to go B because guns are down, right? They traded,
Yeah,
they got a kill,
yeah, yeah.
so very likely somebody can do it. But or you could have the thought process to being like make sure Cloves
One sec,
comes
one sec.
back. Oh yeah, go ahead. Septicon, I'm gonna read all your questions and Hyperion, all your stuff after because I can't like go back and forth. It's like too much yapping and
Come back.
stuff. So yeah, so I was just gonna say, or you could make that call to tell him to come back after that kill. Be like, good, good, nice, come back, come back. Like make sure he
Mhm.
comes back, he doesn't throw, and then you guys go B and you tell them mid smoke, and then you go. Does that
Yeah,
make sense?
yeah, it does.
And why I'm saying that is because when this Clove in a 4v3 kills this guy, we freeze. What are the enemies thinking, feeling, knowing? What will this guy
Could
come?
be.
Yeah, well, not that there be. Yeah, yeah, but you can look at it like this too. When this jet died to the Clove, what will he say? What would you say if you died here and the Clove was here?
Of B main.
Clove,
Like push B.
B main, and
Yeah.
process that information a little bit. Clove, B main. It's one guy B main, and I think it was kind of slow too prior to this, and it's a smokes. It's one guy B main and it's a
Oh,
smoke.
yeah.
That means that it's very likely that they're trying to go B because the smokes wouldn't be here if they're not going B.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? If
Yeah,
we were
it
going
does.
A, the smokes guy will be over there. And so with that information, at least with good players, they will start rotating B. And when you put yourself in their shoes, it can't be 3, 4 seconds. It's gotta be milliseconds. As soon as it's Clove kills this guy, you gotta understand. Wait, they know we're going B, and then you tell them, come back, come back, come back, and then we go A. So as you're going B, we're going A. You see that? The path to
Mhm.
victory is in the eyes of the enemy. Does that make sense? As long as you put
Mhm.
yourself in their shoes, you will always be ahead of them. Their thought process is you guys are going B. Our thought process is we know you guys are going B. Off this contact, we're going A. You see how it works like that?
Mhm.
See how advanced that
Yeah.
shit is? And if you work on this, my friend, you will be really elite. It'll take time.
Mhm.
Okay? So that's that.
Definitely.
We broke down this round. That's okay. Any questions?
Nope.
Great. So we're just gonna briefly talk about your training. So how do you train aim?
I don't at all.
Oh shit. Okay, that's a problem.
Yeah.
And think about this way.
Mhm.
You got to Diamond 3 peak, Diamond 1 without doing any aim training. Imagine if you
Mhm.
put in work 1 hour a day, 2 hours a day. Where would you be
Exactly.
when your brain is already 9 out of 10 as the whole package as well?
Mhm.
You'll be a radiant player. And that's why I was telling you, I'm not talking shit.
Mhm.
You're like one of the 5 students where everything I talk about, you can process it, you're questioning it, you're trying to
Yeah.
learn, you're trying to apply. You're like, that makes absolute sense. You know how many students I talk to them, they're like, are you sure? Like, is this right? Like, they're questioning me because they're dumb. But you're at
Mhm.
least like, okay, holy fuck, that makes sense. Okay, cool. This is new
Yeah.
information. Okay, I'm gonna apply it. I'm gonna try it. Okay. Never gotten any pushback from you. 70% of students are like, I'm like, does this make sense? They're like, I'm like, I just know. Just how I use tendencies and frequencies when I can talk to somebody, I just know where they at. And I'm just like, okay, this guy's a
Mhm.
moron, or in my head, obviously, or like I'm like, okay, this guy's a
Yeah.
little bit lacking in that department, right? But you, I can tell it's extremely strong. You're 19 and it's this strong. I didn't develop these skills until I was 25. I was completely brain dead, emotional, no logic. I didn't even know what logic was until I was 25. Never used logic to this degree.
Mm.
So you're really off to a good start. And so you need to train.
Yeah,
I need not only
definitely.
you to IGL, call,
Hmm.
make reads, understand our team's conditioning, their setup, who they are, how they're playing, and then making calls off that, then plans, and then executing where it works 70, 80% of the time. You got to shoot too. Don't be a boaster. Yeah, he shoots, but like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, and
Yeah.
to be honest, at that level, like, it kind of, he's thinking so much that it's a little bit different.
Hmm.
But yeah, I just want you to shoot too, or you can climb to immortal quickly, and you will. So,
Yeah.
do you do aim labs or Kovacs?
I've got both.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna give you the playlist that I give all my students. That got me from Immortal 1 to Immortal 3. I had a little block in aim in Immortal 1. When I found this playlist where I got it, for I met it through a friend on ranked. I met a duo in ranked in Immortal 2, Immortal 3 lobbies, or like low Immortal 1, Immortal 2, like 90, 80 RR
Mhm.
lobbies, and then
Yeah.
I saw him shoot. I'm like, holy fuck, your aim is so fucking clean. What do you do? He's like, I use pure G. It's called pure G training. And so he gave it to me, and once I did it, I just like my aim exploded. Like it just
What
went.
does that stand for? PRG?
It's just the name of the playlist, the company that
Oh, okay.
developed it, or the guy that developed it. But
Okay.
my aim just transformed to an absolute monster type shooter where I was killing irradiance all the time, and I got to 350 RR peak. That's my peak,
Oh shit.
right? So, in episode 5 and 6, so understand
Hmm.
that, where you know you can get it too. It's not genetics. A lot of people think it's genetics. It's not genetics. It's
Yeah.
completely skill,
Hard work.
consistency, and discipline. Doing it when you don't want to do it. And that's the
Hmm.
biggest argument I get with aim trainers. Well, it's boring. I don't want to click dots for 2 hours, man. I'm like, okay, I can understand that. I've been there too. But that's why I turn music on, focus, okay, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Really, really understand that it's for your benefit. And if you understand, it's like, do you work out at all?
Yeah.
Like, you
3 times
understand,
a week.
right? And you understand, like, going to the gym sucks. Donkey balls.
Sometimes.
It
Yeah.
hurts. Your muscle, you're sore. But
Hmm.
you know you're gonna look good. You're gonna be the
Hmm.
girls are gonna look for you. You're gonna have a six pack. You know what I'm saying? And so it's
Hmm.
a benefit because there's added value. Like people find it attractive, whatever. There's a lot of things. You'll feel
Yeah.
confident. You're not fat and unhealthy. You're gonna have diabetes. There's health things too,
Exactly.
right? And so you gotta look at it that way. Where yeah, it fucking sucks donkey balls to go into fucking the playlist and do it for an hour and a half. Even me, there were lots of days I
Hmm.
didn't want to do it, but be disciplined because it's a benefit for you towards your goal of being pro.
Yeah.
Always got to come back to pro. Everything. Your goal.
Yeah.
Everything you're doing is got to come back to that. Why am I doing this? Why are these games so hard? Because I want to be pro. Because this is my goal. Always.
Hmm.
Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you that playlist.
Yeah.
Uh, it's pure G. I'll send it to you the DM, so I won't explain it. But pure G
Hmm.
training. Okay, it's 3 times per exercise. I will also There's also a Google Doc that explains why it's important, what it's for. So I'll send you that as well. And
Yeah.
then I'm gonna send you 2 VODs, very short, 10-minute, 15-minute VODs. First VOD is the first part of the range, and then the second range routine, and then the second
Hmm.
part is the second part of the range routine, advanced part. And so I want you to
Okay.
kind of put your training like this: aim, train, range.
Hmm.
You do 1 to 2 DMs maximum, then you play however long that is, 5 hours, 4 hours, 2 hours, 10 hours.
Yeah.
And then if you want to put in the extra work, you do another session of aim training or 10 to 20 DMs at the end before you go to sleep or before you get off.
Okay.
I'm serious. This is what it takes, bro. If you want to be pro, that's what it
Hmm.
takes. If you don't do it, it's very unlikely you'll get there. And I'm being real.
Yeah.
So understand that. In my prime, I would aim trade for an hour and a half, do the playlist, the same one I'm gonna give you, range routine for 30 minutes, DM once or twice. I would play for 10 hours because I was doing it full time. I was trying to go pro for full time.
Yeah.
So I played for like 8 hours, 10 hours. Then I would do another hour and a half of aim training or range or whatever, DMs,
Mhm.
TDMs. But minimum, you should be doing like 10 DMs at the end there. Okay. So,
Per day,
so
basically, that you play.
yeah. Or whatever. At least minimum an hour extra if you want to put in the extra work.
Yeah.
That's what I should say. DM, TDM, or range or aim trainer. Whichever one you want to choose.
Mhm.
That's up to you. And so that's how you want to do it. So do your playlist range. Um, oh, also, so I'll send you the playlist, the doc, also two VODs on how to do it properly because I've had some students where I give them the playlist. I'm like, have you been aim training? And they're like 4 weeks in, and I'm like, you aim training? They're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm like, you doing it properly? They're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I tell them straight up, I'm like, and I watch them play that week, and I'm like, you're not doing it properly. And then
Yeah.
I'm like, next week we're gonna do it together. And then they do it.
Mhm.
I'm like, no wonder your aim sucks still. You're just
Yeah.
going through the motions of clicking. You're not focusing on what is important, which is precision, mouse control, smoothness, as in straight lines, speed, pushing yourself to get faster and faster. Those are the most important with training that you need to think about. And you go to the gym, so you understand. It goes under
Mhm.
progressive overload. You understand that word, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where you got
Yeah.
to constantly increase the intensity to build muscles. That's the fundamentals of
Mhm.
building muscle. If you do 20 push-ups for the rest of your life, you're not going to get bigger. Your muscles aren't going to,
Exactly.
they might get a slightly stronger, but you're not going to be able to do 40 in a row anymore.
Mhm.
Or yet. You need to build that up. This week, I do 20 a day. And then 2 weeks later, I'm going to start doing 40 a day. It needs to constantly build up where it gets to 10,000 push-ups a day like Mike Tyson. Right? You need to
Yeah.
add that. You always got to think of progressive overload with training aim because it's a physical thing. Okay,
Mhm.
so I'm glad you're a working out kind of guy. So you can apply that knowledge to aim training. That's how you have to look at it. You got to push yourself to go faster, 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 more precise, more
Mhm.
precise. Okay, so I'll send you those two
Yes.
videos, the playlist, the docs, the range videos. I'm trying to see if I'm missing anything. Um, yeah, and that's it. Also, I'll send you the podcast if you want, and I'll send you those clips to refresh your mind on what we talked
Mhm.
about if you ever forget.
Yes.
And yep, that's that. Any questions?
Nope. That's about it.
Okay, great. Last question before you go. It'll be 2 minutes. Okay, remember what I
Mhm.
asked you? I said, what do you want? What did you tell me?
I want to be pro.
You want to be pro, and you can change that anytime you want, but it's important that you change it as fast as possible. But great, you know
Mhm.
what you want. Okay, you want pro. You need to ask yourself every day, how badly do I want to go pro? And what am I
Mhm.
willing to sacrifice to go pro? Don't answer it. It's a
Yes.
rhetorical question. Ask
Mhm.
yourself when times are hard, you want to quit, you see no progress. Really important.
Mhm.
Because if you do that, you won't lose sight of your goals. Like I did. I'm 29. A little bit about me. I tried to go pro when I was 4. I was pro when I was 14. I'm on Liquipedia for StarCraft 2. Okay, I used to get sent out to MLG Anaheim to play, compete in MLG. I tried to go pro in Dota 2. I spent 4 years of my life doing that in
Oh
2016.
shit.
I failed. I was top 500. I failed. I was winning local lands, but failed. I gave up.
Mhm.
Tried to do it in Valorant in 2022, 2023. Failed. Got to Mortal 3 and quit. Tried to do it in
Mhm.
Spectre Divide last year. Got to top 50. Game died. Out of my control. Tried to do it again in Mecha Break recently. Got to top 100. Indestructible. Falcon player. Game died. Out of my control. And so, what I'm trying to say is that I understand that process of telling myself,
Yeah.
I'm going to go pro, telling my parents, I'm going to go pro, this is what I want, and failing. And it's the worst feeling ever.
Mhm.
I wish I could have succeeded. I wish I could have made it, but I didn't.
Mhm.
And so, I don't want you to feel the same things I feel. And that's why I've telling you to ask yourself these questions because I didn't when it was hard and I quit
Yeah.
because my goal wasn't as important enough because I wasn't asking the right questions. Like, how badly do I want it? What am I willing to sacrifice? And this is really important for you because you're young. I wish I could be
Mhm.
19 with what I know now. I'd be pro fucking tomorrow, but I can't. That's not how life works. And so I
Yeah.
have to kind of like um, think about this regret for the rest of my life. But that's why I became a coach, is so that way I can share this type of knowledge and process and um, the bad outcome to my students to show
Mhm.
this is what will happen. You might become a coach if you fucking don't make it. You know what I'm saying? And me and
Yeah.
Daniel, the first guy in the first episode, laughed about it because I said this is
Mhm.
so interesting that we're talking. I'm the opposite spectrum. I tried to go pro and I failed, and you try to go pro and you made it. At least he got to tier 2 and
Yeah.
got paid to play. Right? He didn't
Mhm.
make it, but he was a pro. He's considered a pro. And we were laughing
Yeah.
about it and being like, wow, kind of crazy how life works. You can see two opposite spectrums. So that's why it's really, really, really important that you ask yourself these questions. And I really advise you watching the first episode too, because that
Mhm.
episode is you're gonna hear it from Radiant player, a tier 2 former pro player from EU, his mouth, a
Yeah.
lot of the stuff that is important, and then you can see what it takes, his process, and his mind and stuff like that. And another important thing I'll say before you go is always ask yourself, am I doing enough? And
Mhm.
the answer will always be no. Am I doing enough
Yeah.
aim trading? Am I doing enough VOD review? Am I doing enough thought process review in my mind? Being critical enough?
Mhm.
It'll always be no. It always needs to be no, because if it's yes, that means you've made it, right?
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
it'll be no. So that's that. Really good session today. How
Yeah.
second session onwards will go is it'll be different now. It
Mhm.
won't be this long. Also, it won't be this boring because I've taught you
Mhm.
everything now. Now it's time to apply it if you
Mhm.
choose to
Apply
continue.
it.
So I will
Yes.
help you do that by us playing 2 to 3 games, and we'll
Mhm.
talk in between rounds. And I'll help you. What'd you do wrong?
Okay.
You'll answer. You'll ask me, hey, what do you think about this? I'll be like, yeah, that's pretty good. This could be better. And I'll also be like, look, freeze. What are you thinking? Pick this up. Okay, this guy's a lurker. Pick this up. He store this type of information. What are you seeing? Are they fast rotating? Stuff like, well, I'll help you apply these things in real time where you get it and we start fine tuning it where it becomes elite, and then you'll start
Mhm.
seeing a lot of benefit there. So that's how second session
Exactly.
onward will go. If you can, it's best if you kind of book with me now. If you can't, it's all good. You
Mhm.
can kind of let me know. But yeah, that's it. That's how I'll
Yeah,
go.
we
And
can do it now.
yeah, sure. So what's your availability
Uh,
for next
like
week?
how short
We can do
are you
same
looking
time
next
too.
week?
We can do same time, or if you want earlier time, we can just tell me a day.
The same thing's fine.
Yeah, we could do same day.
Like, we could do 8 p.m. maybe.
Yeah, oh yeah, let's do it a bit earlier because we started later. So let's do the
Yeah.
original time, which was 8 p.m. your time, 2 p.m. my
Yeah.
time. So that time, okay? So yeah, so I'll see you next week
Yeah.
Friday. I'm gonna send you. Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I forgot as well. I'm gonna send you these notes right now as soon
Yeah.
as we end, and all that shit I told you I'm gonna send. And then focus on them, process them,
Mhm.
and then apply the aim training stuff every day. Don't miss a fucking day. And
Yeah.
I want to see where you are in a week, and I'm sure you're gonna improve a lot. Okay, trust me.
Mhm.
Even in a week, you'll see how much improvement you'll make as long as you apply these things properly. Okay. So that's
Yeah.
that. Really good session today, bro. I'm telling you, man, your potential is fucking huge. Okay, I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. I'm being really honest with as a coach. Okay, so
Mhm.
let's get to work. Let's start getting you to your
Yes.
goal. You being like calling it a day. You don't even need me anymore, and just be like, thank you so much. That's what I want. I don't want you to be here with me for 7 weeks. I want you to be done in 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Mhm.
Let's try our best to get there, right? So that's
Yes.
that. All right. Good job today. I'll see you Friday.
Thank you.
I'll send you all that stuff right
Yes.
now. I know it's really late. Good night, bro. Take care. All
Mhm.
right. Peace, bro.
Thank you,
Good
bro.
job.
Good night.
You too.
Bye bye.
Peace. Okay, let me send this.